welcome to the Night Falls Vale podcast, Guardians of the Galaxy special, I guess. Well, review special, whatever you want to call it.
Well, every episode is special now.
Every episode's special.
We're so special, we make things special.
Damn right. Well, yes, we just got out of seeing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So, yeah, we're going to talk about it. Oh, boy. So, I don't know if we just blab or we got some...
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
He started with the rankings, right?
I'm on record before I forget about it.
All right.
I'll give that one a 9. I liked it. I really liked it.
I'm
That's how you...
I'm gonna be in the 9 department too. I'm gonna be in the 9 department.
That's how you properly send off a team and move it on to the next one without forcing
Actually,
anything.
you know what? That could possibly. Like I said, that might be my favorite movie of the year so far. That could be a 10. It's a 9 or a 10. I would have to think about, really dig deep to see if I can nitpick. But no, it's 9 or 10 for me. I couldn't necessarily. Yeah, because like I said, I'd have to put it in the John Wick tier, and I gave John Wick a 10.
That's one Marvel movie where they didn't end the story open-ended like that, to where characters can't just show up again because their person is either dead or signed away.
Spoiler warning. There, I got it out early this time.
Slight spoilered.
Well,
Everybody knew this. Volume 3 was supposed to be the end.
I had to get it out
Here,
early.
now that you said spoiler warning,
No, the next movie is not going to be called Guardians of the Galaxy.
it's just going to be Star-Lord.
No, it's going to be the Guardians have turned into different teams.
It's going to be Kitty Pryde as Star-Lord.
Good lord. Here we go.
No mutants don't exist yet.
Not yet.
They exist. They're just in the background.
We don't know that.
Spider-Man's training them.
You don't know that.
Oh,
In
man.
the Xavier Institute with Beast and Storm. And Wolverine giving him shit because somehow Spider-Man's taller than he is.
Wolverine. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed.
Well, we got the rating out of the way. We've stated some of what we liked.
Yeah.
We didn't really go into detail. Do you have any points to go off of that we should?
That's kind of what I'm waiting for. I mean, we can.
I don't have any points for this because I wasn't trying to.
No?
No.
I know one thing. You're a good dog, Dean.
Oh God. Cosmo was great. I love Cosmo. I'm happy Cosmo's a part of the new team. I mean,
Cosmo wasn't always female, though, was it?
I don't know.
It changes, kind of. Yeah, I was like, okay.
Did they do it for just for the voice? Because
It worked.
I kind of liked it. It worked. You're a good girl.
Technically, the only character they didn't bring back from the movies that isn't dead is the Collector.
Oh God.
We keep getting fucking God damn it! What is his name? It's pissing me off. The Duck.
Howard?
Howard the Duck. We keep getting Howard the Duck, but nothing. No, he's
They're not
just
gonna do
there.
anything with that.
He could be maybe a special or just a little 1 episode
Right.
Disney Plus thing. I couldn't watch a whole movie of that.
Not again?
He's like a really cartoon version of Rocket Raccoon.
Speaking
The
of,
things he does in Marvel Comics. Yeah.
So it's just Rocket Raccoon, which they already have.
But by himself.
speaking of, I actually
Hooking
like
up with humans too.
I like the focus on Rocket though.
That was great.
That whole backstory of Rocket was absolute bullshit in a good way. I have never wanted to see a Marvel villain tore to shreds like this motherfucker.
So I'm not the only one who liked the villain and how they were portrayed.
I like the villain, but at the same time I hated him and I never wanted to see a villain crushed more than that fucker.
So you love the scene where he's getting his face scratched off.
Yes, you do not hurt animals. That way they killed that fucking rabbit. That was floor. That was bullshit. Do motherfucker. I'd have jumped in that screen if I could. And a walrus and an otter. You fuck.
I thought his name was going to be Tusk. No, I'm Teeth. Or Tooth. Or what was it? Teeth.
Absolute
Teeth.
crap.
Teeth.
The fact that, and the worst, no, they didn't kill a Guardian, which everyone was almost said guaranteed. Nope.
Nobody died.
Nope.
Somebody almost died. And then the Outer sent him back.
Peter almost died.
He was saved
he
by
was pretty
MVP.
How about that God scene?
Yeah, what
Yeah, the fucking finger.
No.
The Michelangelo.
God creating Adam.
That was the joke. That was the joke. That was the Adam joke.
I did not see that one coming at all.
You didn't see that coming?
No.
Wrong movie.
I thought they were going to pull a fast one on us the same way they did with Spider-Man, how Andrew saved MJ.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were going to have Gamora come out with the helmet and save him, but
I knew it. No. See, I was like, Adam Warlock's going to save him. I was like, there it is.
Nope, they had to redeem Adam.
He wasn't even. See,
He's a child.
here's a criticism that I actually
he's the brain of a child.
that I disagree with. How he's a brain of a. It was here. All that was fine when his mother said, "You took him out of the cocoon early. Thank you. That's why he's the way he is. Stop bitching, people."
Well, they did the same thing with Vision. He's just more of a baby.
Yeah. Because I get it. People, Adam Warlock's like a sage of the universe, and all no,
You still gotta learn everything.
Yes.
The only reason that Vision was any better is because he was implanted with knowledge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Adam has to learn everything.
And it's Will Poulter. The guy's gotta be.
Can nail awkward.
And the fool. He's gotta be a fool.
Midsommar?
No.
No, he's nailed serious roles too because he was serious.
That was?
I know. He can, but very few people can nail serious and completely awkward.
There was a lot of Adam Warlock criticism. They're like, he didn't need. It was like, some people. I heard like spoiler-free kind of reviews. I like to get a glimpse. I want to see what people are thinking and see if I
that's you
agree.
too.
To see if I agree or not. I don't spoil everything, but no, remember I said spoiler-free review. But fucking everyone's like, well, I don't think Adam Warlock needed to be in the movie. I'm like, well, introduce another character. He fit in the movie, fine.
They needed a payoff for the end credit scene for 2.
Yeah.
They needed that payoff.
Didn't they tease him in 1?
No, they teased him in 2.
Yeah,
the Sovereigns
cocoon.
were in 2, not 1.
The cocoon.
The Sovereigns were in
Why would
2.
they have teased?
But the cocoon was in 1, wasn't it?
A cocoon
A cocoon.
was in the
But it wasn't
collector's
the
collection.
cocoon.
They were teasing him, but obviously it wasn't the Adam.
In Volume 2, she said Adam. And everyone knew Adam Warlock.
Yeah, that was where they meant to do it.
Yeah. Adam.
I didn't think they were going to go the route where High Evolutionary created them.
But he created a lot of everything, so that wasn't too far.
I mean,
Anyone else like Counter Earth?
I
As
did
far as I know, that was pretty much accurate.
counter. Like, what the? Oh,
That whole drug scene and then dude just getting fucking
Well, that's just
his ass
America.
kicked.
That's
Yeah.
just America.
yeah. The Bat family. Not what you're thinking.
Oh, that would have been so good. What?
If they actually spoke a language, you knew what their names were and stuff. Some of the photos were lined up that way.
All they needed was one of the Bat's son to be in an alley somewhere. That's all they needed to do.
Get an end credit scene. But unfortunately, they blew the fucking planet up.
That would have been such a James Gunn move. He's going to DC anyway. Just have the Bat Kid alone in the alley. It would have been.
Considering we actually have a universe in DC where Batman is a bat.
Every Guardian had a moment. Everyone has moments. They. I was worried Rocket wasn't, because Rocket was pretty much on a slab in a coma for most of the fucking movie till he finally fixed him.
Flashing
right at
back
the
to
end.
his backstory.
Yeah.
I appreciated every single bit of that flashback.
Each one.
Every bit.
A lot of celebrity cameos, too.
Nathan Fillion, loved it. Yeah. He had his on-screen daughter from Castle in there too, as one of the Ravagers, Molly Quinn. That was awesome.
Bringing back several characters that have been other characters in the film.
Name some of those off.
Tara Strong was the voice of the floating talking head, and she's also Miss Minutes.
She was?
Yeah. Yeah, she's Miss Minutes.
She's Miss
You know,
Minutes.
speaking of that fucking floating head, it kind of looked like a goddamn Cyberman's head to me. I don't know if...
The usual ones, Stallone, Michael Rosenbaum.
Michael Roker.
Well, technically his was a cameo, but he was already an existing important character, so I don't count that one. But they brought him back for it. Laura Barton was the voice of the otter. Same actress. So, there was that one. There was another one I can't remember.
The otter.
Wasn't D. Bradley Baker was in there too?
What?
Yeah, he was one of the voices.
I was trying to pay attention to that goddamn credit. The one time I actually pay attention to the credit at the end is to see who voiced who. Otherwise, most people, you're just talking until the scene comes on.
Talking.
Yes, talking.
Yes, talking.
Get your energy up. Go Golden.
My energy is up.
Seth Green is Howard the Duck.
Oh, Seth Green.
He didn't even say anything.
D. Bradley Baker.
The Walrus.
No.
Oh.
Adam's pet.
Yes.
What the fuck did he even say?
That's a member of the team.
Does it specifically say Adam's pet?
No, it just says Blurp. That was the name of the creature. Was Blurp.
Now you need a pop of
A
the
blurp?
pet. Yeah, you need a blurp.
I'm still confused because he's running into battle. Whatever.
And I'm assuming. That was the other one. The War Pig.
Yeah.
Was Judy Greer, who is Scott Lang's ex-wife and Cassie Lang's mom. And also, obviously, the biggest one, because no surprise, was Jennifer Holland as the administrator for the prison.
Hardcore. James Gunn's wife.
Yep.
He's going to put her in everything now, isn't he?
Yep. Well, now he has an excuse to.
So I'm the boss. You're going to be in there, and you're going to look as sexy as I think you are.
Hey, the comedy was on point. It was funny. That was funny.
I don't think there was a wasted line in the movie.
Well,
Like, nothing in there fell flat.
No, not really.
I was, to be honest, I was kind of questioning, Gamora.
Gamora?
No, not Gamora.
Nebula?
Nebula. Why did I lose track of that name? Nebula's
Motive?
motive for why she was fighting so hard for Rocket, and then it clicked in the end credits.
He saved her.
Well, not just that. Remember, all the Guardians team snapped, except for those two.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those two lived through the entire thing and were together.
For 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That clicked. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah. Guess what? That's another mommy daddy type thing because it was baby Groot at the time.
But there are a lot of emotional connections
Or was
between
he
all
a
the
teenager?
characters.
I don't remember.
Nebula laughing.
He was a teenager in
Hey,
Infinity War.
Well,
Nebula
that's even worse.
laughing and having a good time at the end was refreshing because she's finally not this brooding, mean that she's starting to gain more heart, which is good.
Hey, Dean, we're just going to pass each other in the hall, right?
Oh,
And we're just going to go,
like I said,
best of French.
The Gamora and Peter stuff was a little bit awkward, but
Yeah, that got
it made 100% sense on why they were acting that way.
yeah.
It's like, we gotta deal with this all over again.
But words cannot describe how much I will miss Dave Bautista
Yeah.
as Drax.
I mean, Zoe Saldana said she wasn't going to do any more either, so it's going to be
Daddy Drax.
Daddy.
Yeah,
Drax.
that killed me. I was like,
You're not just a destroyer.
You're not just a destroyer. You're meant to be a father or a daddy. Did it say daddy? If they said daddy, it would have been
Said
better.
dad.
It said dad, not daddy.
You're meant to be a dad.
Meant to be a dad. I'm like, oh. Well, Quill will come back. Chris Pratt will come back. It
Yeah.
pretty much said it.
He's also trying to get a role in DC.
He likes working with Gunn.
Yeah. Like I said, I've had no problems with any of Gunn's stuff. He's a good director.
Who he did Peacemaker. I will always
Writer
mention
director.
The only question I've had is whether he can nail the seriousness because a lot of his stuff is built in comedy.
Yeah, like his DC's way more serious and gritty than Marvel is.
Well, that's the thing. Comedy is built in serious. It's just how serious do you want to be? Do you want to be brooding serious, or do you want to be real life serious?
Like, I get chuckles reading most of my Marvel comics that I read. I don't get many chuckles reading Batman. It's Batman. It's dark and gritty.
A lot of yours have Joker in it.
Oh, Joker's not been in a Batman comic in like a year now. Since Joker War, so it's been a while.
What are you doing to that saw?
Just trying to straighten
First you're fingering the cheese, and now you're...
I'm trying to straighten it. It's bent. That is not needed.
By jerking it off?
Oh my god.
You just... Anything else we could say?
Everyone is lucky I'm nice and don't fire back. I'm sorry. Oh, I get annoyed. Oh.
All I did was turn my head.
Dead silence.
Yep.
Well, I don't know what else. What the fuck?
Lost in space. At least my face ain't blowing
Like I said, I don't have many plot points for this. It's like, how do we feel about Adam? We've already kind of talked about the villain.
Like I said, I like the villain, but but I hated him at the same time. You're supposed to hate the
They
villain.
did just the right amount of writing for you to hate him.
And he never.
A proper actual movie villain. It's like, no, you don't have to sympathize with me. Just hate me so I die correctly.
He definitely didn't see him die. He probably blew up.
Yeah, we didn't see him die on screen.
Oh, that rule is not going to stand here.
I'm just saying.
Why? Just
back
not this
high.
movie, and it exists in every other movie?
I guess it's worked for Marvel so far. Hey, you didn't see him die on screen. He's still alive somewhere.
No, you just ripped off his face.
Hey, yeah, no face.
Looking like a weird
RoboCop.
red skull. Yeah, RoboCop. I love that.
That was a
rib
great
riff.
reference.
That definitely was, especially the way his face was just plastered on there. Getting hit and that one fucking flap just coming off.
Rip off. Oi, oi, oi.
Well, I think
That's a movie, isn't it? Rip off? No, Face Off. Never mind. Sorry.
Scarface.
We're just gonna name movies with face in it now.
I mean, his High Evolutionary's face was very scarred.
Yes, it was. That's right.
Buggy ass eyes after that skin came off.
What the fuck? Yeah, that was.
So, figure every other character outside is still fair game. Nobody's dead.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah.
Batista may not want to come back, but
Give it a few years. They might ask him. You want to come for one more? Fine.
Come on for a cameo.
Okay.
Just punch somebody in the face.
You don't like the makeup. Dave Bautista does not like that makeup. That's a lot of people's issue.
which is why he's starting to wear clothes.
Yeah, we didn't see his chest a whole lot after.
No,
What,
He
2?
did- Yeah,
Well,
he's been in a suit he was in a suit the entire movie.
Special, he's wearing a sweater. In Endgame, he was wearing the Ravager suit.
I don't know.
It's
Same thing with Michael Rooker. He did not like sitting in that chair for hours either to play Yondu.
But I think a lot of it's still loyalty to Gunn, because Gunn is obviously not going to be a part of this anymore.
Yeah.
And Gunn even voiced his displeasure with how some of his characters were treated in Infinity War and Endgame anyway, so.
yeah. I think that was a whole joke. The entire movie, Gamora dying and coming back.
No, because he actually said he had thought about killing Gamora in Guardians 2.
Really?
But Marvel vetoed that when they said they were going to do it in Infinity War.
Veto.
What
Which
they
was
bring her
fine.
back for?
Because they were doing Guardians 3.
Well, didn't okay.
But no, because he didn't agree with Peter being the reason that Thanos got out of the gauntlet trap.
Yeah.
He didn't like that he kind
So
of
love can't conquer all. That's a horrible thing I just said.
Yep.
Well, it is. Well, it's kind of his fun. It was.
No,
kinda
it's,
his
it was
fault.
Peter. It's Peter's fault that the snap happened.
It's Peter's fault. Peter died.
And it's Thor's fault for not going for the head.
Oh, yep.
You should have gone.
Should have gone for the head.
I'm sorry. You mean Cable?
Oh,
Thanos?
You mean Cable?
No, well, he's going to continue playing Cable, isn't
We
he?
don't know.
We'll find out.
the guy. Yeah, the guy who's playing Colossus is coming back. From what I heard.
I hadn't heard anything about Negasonic though.
Yeah.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
What? Coolest name ever.
That's. I'm so excited.
What the hell is their girlfriend's name? That's her actual name, but I know she's got a mutant name too.
Technically it's the same mutant that rescued Wolverine, the Wolverine. The Asian girl with the sword is technically the same one, Kimiko or something.
Yeah.
Is it Kimiko?
Yeah.
Is that Kimiko?
I think it is Kimiko. But really, the only thing we didn't touch on was the end credit scenes. Mainly the new team.
New team, and Star-Lord will return.
Yeah. Legendary
There's not-
Star-Lord.
Yeah,
Legendary
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
And there's not much we can say on that one either.
Which is a title of one of his comic books.
Yeah.
Is Legendary Star-Lord. But no, the new team, God Groot,
Yeah.
Adam Warlock.
You recognize that form, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I listen to things.
Okay.
Kraglin, Rocket, the Rocket Raccoon now officially.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a raccoon.
And
Looks at the fucking
Oh, I am
cage. Fuck.
assuming
surprised he
neither
didn't
one
say
of
that.
you caught who the little girl was.
No, I didn't.
It's it's something with a P.
Philavelle.
Philaville. Yeah.
What? Philavelle?
Phyla dash Vell.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. I guess
I still have no clue who that is.
The latest Quasar?
Okay.
The latest Quasar and distant relative of the Marvel. Who we do have a Marvel in the
Yeah, he was
MCU.
kind of fucked up, so that I guess that relationship is
You're
just
gonna have to
Huh?
refresh my. Yeah.
Marvel.
No, Marvel was the scientist pilot that Bree flew around.
Yeah,
You said
Boy.
he though.
Boy, that's fucked up.
gone though. It's not like
That. Wow.
and a completely different race.
Yeah,
Marvel.
artificially
Whereas
created.
This,
That is
this one was artificially created.
yes. Philavelle is artificially created.
Fill the veil
Philavelle.
on Nightfall's Veil.
Oh God. God, that shows. I didn't even remember. Oh yeah, Marvel. Like I know who Marvel is, like comic wise.
That's because she was before the blip.
I mean,
That's how relevant Miss Marvel's movie was to everyone.
Marvel was Marvel was actually a kind of important character from comic book wise. He you know what killed him? Cancer. He died of cancer. It was a big death because he died of cancer. A superhero died of cancer.
One of those other reasons why I did not like Miss Marvel's movie as much as I wanted to.
Because Marvel was pretty much Cat Marvel before Carol was, and then he didn't even. So it's like
He's supposed to be the actual reason she has her powers,
yeah,
not the Tesseract.
yeah. That whole
How they threw around those goddamn.
oh yeah, that won't be talked about in the franchises because that only has one movie. Too soon, but one right now. So yeah,
They keep advertising the Marvels to us, but we're still
I
not.
hope it's okay. Guardians Volume 3 surpassed my expectations. Maybe Marvel's will be better than I think. Who knows?
No.
You don't think so?
Oh. Who's directing it?
I don't. Who is?
I don't know. That's the problem.
Samuel
Who's directing?
I got it.
Samuel L. Jackson's in it.
Yeah, I'm only at 5% anyway.
How are you gonna do your list?
I don't have it written out.
Oh.
I told you beforehand that for that list that we're going to be doing, I will have little to no input until at the end.
Nia DaCosta.
Nia DaCosta.
Yep.
I've heard the
I
name.
recognize DaCosta.
I recognize the name.
I'd hope so because I believe she directed Candyman.
Yep. Yep.
How the fuck?
There you go. There's a
Candyman
transition.
Huh?
From Candyman to the Marvel.
I mean, I'm looking at her directory, so.
The recent Candyman, right?
Yes. The 2021 version.
Wow.
With Black Panther.
Okay, I went into that movie really like... Okay.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know.
That's
Did
a
she
death.
write the story too?
She has only written. This will be her director debut. She's only written
So who wrote the story for this one?
for Captain Marvel.
The Marvels.
Her,
She did.
yes.
Has she written anything else?
Candyman, Ghost Tape, Little Woods, Celeste, and Livelihood.
No, not. Besides Candyman, nothing.
So the only one I really
She's
recognize...
33 years old, so it's not like she's been in the game very long.
Candyman wasn't bad.
I'm not gonna
It
bash.
was a nice soft reboot.
I'm not gonna bash the Marvels too bad till I see it, but it looks kind of. Then again, I'm not a big. Everyone thinks I hate Brie Larson. I'm just not a big Captain Marvel fan. That
She
movie
worked up?
didn't do much for me. Don't get me started on that. I don't need to get on that. Oh God. But no, she.
Using her movie as a plot point for a future piece.
I mean, I did not. That movie is literally in like probably the bottom 5 of my MCU movies. Shit you not. If I ranked every single individual movie, that's probably in the bottom 5.
Really? So it's ahead of Iron Man 3,
It would be ahead of that, yeah.
Incredible Hulk.
See, that movie's hard to. It's been so long with Incredible Hulk, and they ain't really touched shit with it. No
Thor
offense,
Dark World.
No offense, Jay. I almost forget the Incredible Hulk movie exists.
You're not the only one. Hell, even Bruce Banner in the MCU has stated, I'm a completely different person.
Not that it was a bad movie. I didn't think it was a bad movie. I forget the fucking thing exists.
So Iron Man 3, Thor Dark World.
You're naming all the poop ones.
Well, you said bottom 5. I've got to get to 6.
Iron Man 2, poop.
Okay. What else we got?
I'd have to really think because see,
Eternals.
Eternals.
yeah, that's pretty low. I used to think it was okay, but that's
I thought we were going to get something completely new.
that
Oh
movie.
boy, was it new!
That
But
movie was so slow, and it was long and stuff. Salma Hayek can't even save that for me, and I love Salma Hayek. Fuck.
Well, it didn't help she wasn't on screen as much as you wanted.
Yeah, exactly, and she had clothes on.
She has to have clothes on for you to love her in a movie?
Like, there's that one. Never mind. No, I'm not gonna turn this into Salma Hayek talk. No.
Why
You
not?
already did.
You brought her
I'm
up.
trying to talk about Eternals. No,
She's in the movie.
She was fine in the movie. The acting was fine in the movie.
Okay, let's change to a different chick, to Angelina Jolie.
She was great. I don't like Angelina Jolie like everyone else. I don't.
How about her boyfriend?
I love Brad Pitt.
No.
They're not even
Wrong.
together no more.
Wrong boyfriend.
I'm talking about the movie.
Oh, I'm going real life. What the fuck? They're not even together no more. Oh yeah. Oh, Gilgamesh. That's my dude. That's me. He died.
Yes.
He died.
Fucking hell.
He was almost on the mark there.
Anywho.
What the? I'm trying to understand what was funny
Well,
there. I mean, it was funny, but
No, I mean, we were talking the movie, and then all of a sudden you went, oh, Brad Pitt?
I love Brad Pitt.
No, the thing that drove him off track was Salma Hayek.
Booty always draws him off track.
You act like whenever you talk about a woman, I just go, wing. Fine,
Yes.
it's true.
It depends on which ones.
Wing. Hold on back.
Okay.
Let's try.
Let's try. Jenna Ortega.
No. I'm focused now on the fucking.
He's the pure definition of hate to see you go, but love to watch you leave. He is that person.
Tears of anguish. Tears.
With the way we're talking, we might as well just roll right in
To
the list.
We don't. I mean,
no,
What else do we have? What do we have?
no.
What do we got?
The second part of this was the state of Marvel.
The state of Marvel. We're kind of going there. We're
that's
sort of going there.
Oh,
Yeah.
neat. No.
Especially with us talking about the Marvels. Like,
I'm not. Yeah, we've been there anyway.
Stuff coming out. Top of the list. Craven.
Do we
Not-
want your opinion on that one?
Not MCU, but
So
I'm officially dubbing that Venomverse.
it's the Sonyverse.
Ah, come on.
No,
Venomverse sounds better.
no one knows what
You're going to have
Sony-
Spideyverse?
They're
you
not in
need
the same
Venomverse.
universe. We don't know if they're in the same universe.
Venom was in the MCU for a post-credit scene, and that's it.
No. We had Morbius.
Yeah.
Which is not in the same universe as Venom.
No.
What?
As far as we know, nothing's been confirmed.
We'll see. In
Yes.
Kraven.
Wait.
We're going to see in Craven.
They said that thing in San Francisco in Morbius. That's in the same.
Yeah, that's in the same universe.
Yes. Morbius
So
and Venom exist.
This
in the
is
same-
officially the Venomverse meet. Like, we have Spider-Verse,
But
we
it
have
is
Venomverse
It is
now.
the Sonyverse, though. It is called the Sonyverse.
I'm gonna,
No, it's a more obnoxious name, actually. Sony verse of Spider-Man characters. It's literally an obnoxious ass name. Which I don't know what Sony's doing.
All right, Internet. I'm officially dubbing this Venomverse because it's easier to say.
Well, nobody knows what Sony's doing. Shit. They got a Madam Web movie coming out, for God's sakes. That
Oh, boy.
they do. They cast Madam Web already. It still will floor me that they got
Same one that's in
Dakota Johnson to sign on. I'm like, you got her to sign? Oh, Jesus, Sony. Fuck. I'm gonna go see it, but I don't know anymore.
At least you're telling us how you feel.
The Venom movies are entertaining as hell. Morbius, I mean, gave me a good dance scene. That's about it. Other than that, neat.
That's because they used the same...
Guess what? You get the
Style
same
villain.
exact same. Guess what? You get the same exact dance scene watching Doctor Who.
Pretty damn close. He does do it before eating fish and yogurt.
But
Fish and pudding. I forget what it was.
Craven has a lot of question marks. Even all. It's a Spider-Man character, so I'm curious what they do with it. But it has a lot of. I liked it's rated R though.
If they don't start off with him hunting something...
He's hunting humans.
No, it can't be humans first.
He's a protector of animals. He's like the cringe.
You're saying that just to fuck with him.
Yes, he is.
I'm not a but that's the main problem.
The reason
I
I'm
don't like
killing
it.
you bastards, you poachers, is because you're killing animals.
Even I have issues with it. I understand the whole angle of a hunter respecting the prey and stuff. I get that, but it depends on how hard.
And the villain of the movie is Rhino.
That shit's funny. That shit had me
You
like.
just said
I never even bring that up.
they're using this as if I read this correctly, they're using the same rhino from Andrew Garfield.
They are not using Paul Giamatti. There's no way.
We don't have any proof.
Yeah, there's no. It's Rhino, but it's
They're talking same suit.
no.
That's gonna fuck with him.
Yeah, but he was talking about his own skin, though, wasn't he, in the trailer? I heard some of the stuff.
Something like that.
If they give him his own skin suit, that's fine. That mech thing needs to die. That was not Rhino. That was terrible.
It was Mecha Rhino.
That was fucking bad. Oh, that was terrible.
Who does exist?
Rhino's a villain I've wanted to see for a long time. Just I hope they do him right.
I wrote down Captain Marvel 2 trailer. I mean, The Marvels.
Is that literally how you wrote
Yes.
it?
Yes.
I'm sorry, the Marvels.
Hey, I like her. I forget her name, but I like her as
Kamala?
Kamala though. I do. She plays Kamala good.
She's got the personality down.
I don't have any problems with Photon either.
Yeah.
For as much
Is
as
that what she's going by in the movie?
Yeah.
Photon?
See, I had always. That's is it Maria or
Monica Rambeau.
Monica Rambeau. I always mix
Monica
up
Rambeau.
Maria's mom.
Yeah.
But that always fucks me up because I know it as Spectrum. But even though she's had a bunch of names, you can never forget that name, Spectrum.
Let's
but
see,
now
she's gone
whenever
as
you,
Miss Marvel.
now they can't use that name.
Who don't you use that? We're a cable provider.
Until Disney buys them out.
Fuck you, we're buying you so we can use the name.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Anything Disney wants to buy, they just say buy. The only one that's withstood their ground is Sony. Hey, can we just buy you? No. Can we buy Spider-Man? No. I give Sony credit for that. Disney just buys whatever the fuck they want.
Loki season 2 kind of still on hiatus because we don't have a release date, and now the Jonathan Major stuff has probably pushed it back.
Great. Yeah.
What?
Have you not heard anything about the Jonathan Major stuff?
He's in. They
the
have a
fucking-
plan to
yeah.
recast him. Because
That's not confirmed. They won't recast him until the domestic stuff goes through.
he has domestic violence. God, career killer. Holy shit!
Domestic violence. What did he do?
I didn't look, but
Choked his wife.
Was he
Or a
drunk?
girlfriend.
Was he?
No,
Nobody fucking knows.
no. She was trying to get his phone from him because she thought he was texting somebody else. That's what I got out of it. And he retaliated. That's what I got out of it.
It's a mess.
It's not pretty.
I hope they
His wife thought he was cheating on her, tried to grab the phone, and he retaliated.
That's the story. I hope they don't, because I liked him as Kang, so I hope they don't. That'd be... God. Marvel just fucking going down.
How much damage did he do to her?
Enough she went to the hospital. But we don't have anything. This is all
Okay.
second and third hand information.
That is my...
I'm only asking because, that's just...
She went to the
that is-
hospital.
That is the...
I'm just imagining myself sitting on that jury listening to what they're saying.
That's just the fan in me coming out, but I will say, you shouldn't choke your wife. That's bad. But that's...
You shouldn't lay hands on anyone without probable cause. And grabbing a phone out of the hand is not one of them. Even if you are cheating on your wife because you're a big star now.
He's already, and let alone his next movie that was getting Oscar buzz, was a boxer that has a domestic violence problem.
That's for Creed, wasn't it?
No, this was an up-and-coming movie, not the most recent.
What is,
He had a movie where he was an up-and-coming boxer or a something fighter, which is another reason why he was bulking up for Creed.
well, please tell me he wasn't fucking taking steroids and that's the reason he had the rage issues.
Roid rage.
See if I can find the movie.
Roid rage. No need no roid rage. Good God.
I'm glad cops don't listen to this type of shit.
What the fuck? What? Why? No.
I'd be giving people ideas like, oh yeah, no. The whole reason he actually went after his wife is because he was on roids. He couldn't bulk up quick enough.
Oh my. That would be something though. Oh boy.
Well, actors who are not method actors generally find a way to,
Yeah.
get up there.
Oh, my phone isn't working. It's not taking internet
Like
right now.
when Christian Bale lost like 200 fucking pounds to be the mechanic.
That was some shit. I thought that man was gonna fucking die. That man became skin and bones for that role.
And then when he became Batman, all of a sudden, boom!
And don't forget that he fucking put on weight to play Dick Cheney.
That's hilarious.
Mhm.
I didn't even watch that. I just watched the Dick Cheney
I
parts.
I have the movie.
I heard he's actually great as Dick Cheney.
Magazine Dream.
Magazine Dream?
Black amateur bodybuilder struggles to find human connection in his exploration of celebrity and violence.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So that movie
Maybe he is a method actor. I don't know. This is all just a ploy to get everyone's attention on him in the movie. Wrong way to go about it, I'd say.
Yeah, that's the wrong way. Yep, that is.
What? More similarities?
No. He's rumored. Because that may change now.
Yeah.
He's in talks to play somebody in 48 Hours in Vegas as Dennis Rodman.
Well, it's just coming full circle now, isn't it? Fuck.
That's news to me. I'm going to leave that one alone.
Well, I'm assuming Fantastic Four has a bullet point on there. That's Marvel news.
It's coming.
Okay.
Let's get into the shows first. Was still waiting on Secret Invasion, but it's coming out before the end of the year.
Yep, that's coming
I'm
out.
excited for that one.
Yeah, I think that'll be cool. I hope that Echo just gets... Not that I have anything against Echo. I hope that just gets
Dropped?
forgotten about, never...
It's already been filmed. It's going to come out.
Oh, God. Another one I gotta fucking sit through.
You don't have to.
I know I don't have to, but I force myself because it's MCU. So I force myself.
For this.
Yeah.
Specifically for this.
you're gonna get
for
more
our
Matt-
unofficial...
What?
But you're going to get more Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox.
I guess, yeah. More cocks. Need more cocks.
You couldn't resist. You couldn't resist.
Opportunity
more,
was
you
there. I
couldn't.
took it.
Speaking of hallway scenes,
Like earlier?
I see.
I did you didn't point out to him what I said? It's like when they started the Guardians homage. It's like, oh look, they're in a hallway.
Oh look, they're in a hallway.
I thought I heard you say that. I thought I did.
He did.
We're just going to continue the hallway thing. Put a hero in the hallway and a bad guy. What's going to fucking happen?
They're all gonna die.
That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah. Next was Spider-Man or Fantastic Four stuff. Basically, Adam Driver is confirmed to be Mr. Fantastic.
That's fine. That's totally fine. I like Adam. I like Adam Driver. It's gonna take me a bit to get used to because I like John Krasinski's cameo. But hey,
Is he going to keep the long hair?
I don't know.
We've
Never seen him not with long hair, have we? He's always had slightly longish hair.
Yes. And he probably hates short hair.
Probably, which is weird because he was
in the army.
Yeah, he probably does.
He probably hates it.
Yeah,
Because he was forced to have it that way for so long.
he's got to shorten it up. And
honestly, I don't even care if he keeps it the same length. He's just got to add the white streaks.
How are you going to see the white streaks?
It's gonna act like wings.
Is he you're gonna have a fucking woke Mr. Fantastic where he's got to have it in the man bun?
No.
I just simple no.
Just gonna operate his wings.
He's got to operate the wings.
How about Miss Thing? I thought that was a rumor too.
Miss Thing?
Yeah, Miss Thing.
Mila.
Instead of doing a thing, we're gonna get a female thing, which is an actual thing in the comics, by the way.
Mila Kunis as the Thing?
Yeah.
Oh my!
That's been debunked as false.
Okay.
But no, the big one, the big news now.
No, Dean's big news.
Yeah.
What you got?
I don't know. I'm
Johnny
I
Storm.
was gonna let you say it. You're the
No.
one that hyped for it.
Johnny
You
Storm.
know who's it's who's
In
in
line for
talks?
Johnny?
You know who's in talks and up for Invisible Woman? Margot Robbie.
I like it.
I don't,
Why don't you?
because Sue Storm isn't goofy, and that's been Margot's shtick through all of her movies.
She can play serious. I can see it.
I kind of
No.
refrain a bit because my fanness clouds a little bit, but I still love it.
I
will
might be
never
on
change
your
it.
level as far as casting her. I can see her playing the serious role. The motherly role. I can see her playing a motherly role.
She was I can't pass judgment until I actually see it. But like I said, Margot Robbie's like my top.
Looks wise, yes. I'm not gonna argue she can do it.
Wolf of Wall Street.
I bring that up too. When if you bringing that up is surprised, but yeah, that was. But Matt,
That was kind of a serious.
it was early. Like, as Matt
It's,
stated,
aside from the one scene where she opens her legs. You're not going to pull that picture up for Dean, are you?
No. Why would I do that?
I don't know.
He has trouble keeping it in his pants as it is.
yeah. I don't know. That again, like I said, clouded. Like, ooh, Margot Robbie and Marvel. She gonna come to Marvel? Here we go.
I like the idea. Do we have any rumors as far as Johnny, though?
We had one that you didn't like. I don't know his name, though.
For Johnny?
Yeah.
As long as we don't turn him black again for no reason.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Hey, no, that's not even a racist thing. Is you got to have the siblings the same. They're actual siblings. They're not
movie
step.
just needs to be spoken out of existence. It really does.
It's not.
It needs to be spoken out of existence.
I said when she did Wolf of Wall Street that she wasn't that strong. She hadn't qualified herself as a big actress yet.
I don't really care about that stuff.
I do because I'd like somebody with doing it with experience versus she's become a bigger actress since then.
It could be the breakout role. Who can, you know?
Like I said,
That's not what they're going for, though.
I'm refraining. Didn't she
They're
play
hiring
Mar-
big name actors to do these roles now.
The actor for Kamala Khan wasn't big.
Well, she's a kid. You had to cast a kid.
How's that? Just
What of any of the major superheroes has not been an established actor at this point?
Tom Holland.
He was in a few movies before he was cast.
Yeah, but was he big?
Still, you went to the same exact example that you just had with Kamala. They're still kids.
He's in his fucking 20s.
He wasn't when he was hired.
No, Tom Holland's weird because he was in some movies, but he wasn't necessarily. He was in that one with Ewan McGregor where he plays Ewan McGregor's kid when they get like shipwrecked or something. The Impossible. I'm not sure if Harder to See came out before Spider-Man. It might have. I don't know, but he was in that with Hemsworth, and him and Hemsworth are like this. They're buddies.
After they got through the first Avengers movie, they've only hired established actors. They may not have been big name actors at some points, but they've been Cumberbatch, Boseman.
Yep. Sometimes you gotta.
Why am I not getting his name in my head now?
Just tell me the superhero.
It's not a superhero. Coulson.
That's still first gen.
First gen.
Fuck you! It counts for me.
The first.
So what? So was
everybody in the
Hemsworth. I
entire
said
series.
post Avengers. I said post Avengers.
Post Avengers. I mean, even.
The biggest name they hired for all of the first generation Avengers was Samuel L. Jackson.
Are you talking about the big
Elizabeth
names?
Olsen?
Yes.
Big names they hired. Well, see, that's different. I might be misunderstanding what you're talking
She
about.
wasn't cast as a big actress
Granted,
at that
but-
point.
Elizabeth Olsen. Does she count?
Neither was Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Do they count?
Kind of,
What about you're talking about big
because
actors?
they were
Get
cast.
big-
They were cast to be minor characters in the movie that they weren't. But
Well, the original.
Oh,
the original.
I can
you won't let me have this.
No, I'm poking the bear.
I won't- how are you not used to that? I'm the same thing when I think I'm right.
I'm not
Me and
trying to
Matt-
be right. I'm actually trying to think of
They weren't hired to do their own movie first.
But you need some discussion like that. But I need to get this in. I'm a little bit
And
confused.
no, Vision doesn't count either because he was technically already the voice of Jarvis.
I wasn't going to say him because I've seen him in a shit ton before
You
that.
said post Avengers. I'm just confused.
Post Avengers 1 with Loki.
I'm just confused because if you're talking about big actors and stuff, the original Avengers team with Evans and Scarlett Johansson, Robert Downey Jr., Renner, I think they're all big actors. That's why I wanted to say I'm confused. I think I don't get what the discussion actually is.
But I wasn't counting. Yes, they had established stuff, but it's like I was trying to get him away from like the Hemsworth era of hiring them.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to get him away with that.
Okay. Because I was just like...
Trying to get me away from phase 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They kind of switched, though, because then, then they got the...
Once they became established, they went for more notable names, even though everybody wanted Cumberbatch as fucking
When you think of someone, I still remember some of the names that were up for Spider-Man besides...
Chadwick Boseman.
Tom Holland was in there. Who else was in there? Asa Butterfield was in there. Dylan O'Brien was in there. Dylan O'Brien as Peter would have been kind of
So
cool.
was his best friend. Him and Zendaya's best friend. That's Dune now. What's his name for Wonka? I can't remember his name.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, he was.
God damn. Timothy Chalamet. I couldn't see. It's the look. I'll be honest. When Tom Holland was cast, I went back and watched like Impossible.
I need help with this one because that's not fair.
When he was younger, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that looks like Peter.
You
But
gotta-
I'm not wrong.
Give him a chance, Marvel.
when you first seen,
Doesn't always have to be a big name. Come on, Marvel.
They're not going to do that anymore.
but when you first seen Tom in Civil War, then I was like, yeah, that's Spider-Man. He looked like Peter. So I accept that fully. Then.
Them taking chances on actors, they put them immediately on the Netflix shows.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't put them in the movies. They put them on the Netflix shows to see if they would carry.
At least Charlie.
So we're gonna-
At least Charlie Cox got to come back. Since this is just random Marvel, at least Charlie Cox got to come back because I love Daredevil shit. I love Daredevil on Netflix. He got to come back. I'm a bit. See, I don't know if it will ever happen. The Luke Cage guy, I'm indifferent on. If you do,
Please
whatever.
don't recast him. Just do the story correctly.
You bring Ritter back as Jessica Jones, though. I want that because I loved her show. I don't care. I loved her show.
And Purple Man.
David Tennant.
Oh, can't go wrong
Now,
with that.
Iron Fist can go away. That can go away. That go in the fire.
Story, choreography.
That can go in the fight.
They fucked the hand up.
Yeah, that can go just... No. No.
You really messed my brain up with that one.
Sorry.
The brain's gone.
There's got to be at least one actor in the entire MCU series who is not big name before they were cast.
You're talking like a complete nobody?
I can't. It doesn't have to be a complete nobody, but somebody who wasn't in something just previously before they were cast.
Right.
I'm working on it.
I mean,
It's not giving me a correct list.
It's kind of hard to do.
Well, it's not giving me Wikipedia, which is all I fucking want.
just give me Wikipedia.
You go to Wikipedia and use their search bar.
Just give me Wikipedia, goddammit. Hey.
It's one of the reasons I should have charged the phone before coming here.
Okay. So, post Avengers, Iron Man 3, no. Thor Dark World, no. Captain America, Guardians. That's an ensemble.
Yeah, that.
Age of Ultron, Paul Rudd Ant-Man. Doesn't count.
No, Paul Rudd doesn't count.
Doctor Strange.
Wait about Emilio. No, not.
Emilio?
I said Emilio. That's the wrong fucking name.
I'm on me.
Doctor Strange. Spider-Man.
Doesn't count.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man was your closest one, but like I said, it's still a kid. So
Yeah.
you're gonna hire somebody. Black Panther. Captain Marvel.
What about Black Panther's sister, Shuri? Or it's not kid.
You're still going with the sub-character in the movie that took the mantle.
She took the mantle.
This is funny as a bitch. She's not letting it. This is great. I fucking love it.
It's not that I'm not letting it go.
Your
I know
logic
there's
is
something.
flawed. Your logic is flawed.
I'm just. Oh, I'm so tired.
There's no
Only
logic
getting
here.
the-
I'm just thinking.
Only getting the mantle because the actor passed away.
Hey, it's a spicy conversation.
That's a fucked up thought there. You only got the job because he passed away.
I'm just saying what everybody knows.
Oh, but that one.
That hurts.
I know.
I know.
Sorry, dude, you're wrong.
Stop attaching that to it because there is no wrong here. This is just me thinking and putting shit out there to continue the conversation. If we can't continue this conversation, what's the next thing you got on there?
Jay just said wrong. Don't.
Spider-Man announcement coming.
It's not wrong. Spider-Man what?
Spider-Man fourth film coming announcement.
New Home?
coming.
I don't even know if that's the
They
official
should-
name
no.
for it.
They should just.
They may not even call it. They may get rid of the home thing and go with a different one.
They should follow comics and kind of loosely base it off of the Brand New Day stories that happened when after.
So you actually want Mephisto?
No, Mephisto wasn't a part of Brand New. It just happened after. It was kind of Mephisto-esque what Strange did. People forgot Spider-Man. So Brand New Day is like a fresh start. Brand New Day was his first story arcs after the whole Mephisto stuff. So Brand New Day could work. They won't call it that, but I'd accept
Brand
if they
New
just
Home?
called it Brand New Day.
Brand new home.
Brand New Home. They gotta put
It's
home
not
in
even
there.
New
They gotta
Home.
put
He's still
home
Friendly
in there.
Neighborhood Spider-Man again.
I think they're not going to go with home for the next one. If they may go for home with the next one if he's not signed for a trilogy. If he's signed for the next trilogy, I think they go with the same shtick just with a different word.
Hey, Tom Holland scared people when he said, "I don't want to do Spider-Man forever." And then watch, he's going to sign on for another.
No, that would actually make sense then to do Brand New Day.
Well, all we know is he's going to college.
He's 26 now, so he's getting there. But shit, Andrew and Toby were in their fucking 30s playing Spider-Man, so shit. Them motherfuckers came back in their borderline in their late 40s and almost 40 to play him. So fuck it, he can do it for a while. I'm just more curious of villains. I'm actually the weird one. I don't necessarily want Ned to become Hobgoblin like everyone does.
They could do what they did with what's his name's Green Goblin for Toby's third movie where he's
Harry, New Goblin. That was
well, New Goblin, but where he's kind of becomes a bad guy, but then ends up helping Peter. I could see them doing that.
could work. I mean, see, I don't know. See,
That's a sidekick.
some of the villains I want. See,
Yeah, it gives Spidey a sidekick.
what kind
That
of
isn't Miles Morales.
I'm trying to. He's coming at some
I know.
point, but
He already exists. We already know.
but I don't know what they're because they've used a lot of the good villains already, and I want to see new villains. I don't know. The problem
Let's
is
name
some
them
of the-
off, shall we?
Some of the best ones. See, now I'm gonna get on this, but this is what we need. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do because some of the villains are off the table. Rhino, with him being in Craven, is almost off the table.
You still have Scorpion that they haven't touched
I
on.
was gonna say you could use Scorpion, but my issue with that,
He's still in jail.
Craven-
Vulture's the only one that transferred universes.
Craven is off the table for sure, unless they cross Craven.
He's still got so many villains, though.
I know, but here's
Chameleon.
Chameleon.
That would be cool.
They can't carry a movie by themselves, though. Those are jobbers.
Honestly,
He's supposed to be a street level hero.
Those are almost jobbers.
honestly, Spider-Bots is right up the alley with all the Stark
Then you
Tech
got to
lying
introduce
around.
Alistair Smythe. And you can
Yes.
do that.
That would be great. Especially if he splices his DNA.
Well, then you get Doppelganger and all that shit. My God. Then you start getting the Clone Saga. If they want to do Clone Saga, they got a whole mess on their hands.
Let's not start with that one.
No, I'm not going to get into Clone. Oh, my.
But actually, that'd be a perfect fucking villain, too.
I heard a rumor that I would perfectly accept.
Jackal.
Jackal, again, that's murky stuff. That's starting to get into some shit.
Incest.
That's deep Spider-Man shit. I mean, that's deep shit. But fucking Kingpin. Just, Kingpin is a want, but I don't necessarily want it, because I'm like, bro,
No reason to go ham on Kingpin since Aunt May is no longer.
I guess, but I mean, I want
I
to
stand
see
by my
it.
statement.
I want to see it, but right now, Scorpion would probably be.
I think Spider-Bots are up on the table just because of all the roaming tech that he's based in right now.
I mean, Venom and Carnage are Venom and Carnage are almost because they're over at Sony. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm a bit worried villain wise because they're gonna start.
They're gonna pull somebody new.
Spider-Man's got a plethora of villains, but it's like
It's not like they're gonna do Prowl.
Prowler,
Yeah.
Hobie. I can do Hobie. I mean, Hammerhead can't carry a whole fucking movie. Holy shit.
That's a nice gangster level, street level villain to put in a movie, though.
Yeah, but it's pretty much confirmed. I'm not as big on the street. I like them big ass fights. Rhino would give me that. Scorpion would give me that. I like them big ass fights, man.
I mean, you can also
Hobgoblin could work. If I got Hobgoblin, fine.
Zodiac.
Zodiac.
That's a newer one, but it also has ties to other people.
I was like Zodiac. I was like,
Yeah.
there's several of. I mean, you could do Black Cat as a villain for it too.
you
Technically,
could, but
That's not a bad idea, but
as long as she's working for like a crime family, and then the crime family turns on her or whatever, you can do all that.
Villains, I guess, but what having just seen like Ock and Goblin and Electro and shit, you can't use them again. I don't think you can. Like using this is MCU's universe's versions of them. I wouldn't like that. But here we go again with these ones. Sure, they can make them different, but I'd be like, I don't know.
no, we could get tabloid versions of them.
Tabloid version.
Okay, J. Jonah Jameson has this thing where their pictures. He faced these guys. They're in the past. Don't have to do them, but they're established in the universe somewhere.
You speaking of like iconic shit. The fact that J.K. Simmons got to come back as fucking Jameson. That shows how good he was in their Toby's movies. That he can just come back and be Jameson again.
They strayed away from him for Andrews.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited, of course, but I just wonder what they're gonna do with and what they're gonna build to. All these movies kind of are gonna build to something. I'm like, what you gonna build to in this one?
All right, Spidey Encyclopedia. Who are his street level villains that are worth the watch? Because right now he's supposed to be the neighborhood Spider-Man again.
Hammerhead.
No tech.
Hammerhead would be fine. Shit.
Except for dumpster tech, because he's back to being.
Kingpin is weird because he's street level, but Kingpin pretty much owns all of New York's underworld. But so that would be interesting. Scorpion would be cool. Like I said, it's
How about
tough.
somebody that Kingpin's manipulating?
Someone at King. I mean, here's the thing. If you could maybe do this. Scorpion. Scorpion doesn't have like the depth to carry a whole movie, but you could have Scorpion be an underling to like Kingpin. You could have.
Is he going to have that tie?
You could have Kingpin. You could have Kingpin kind of be, Jake Jameson, because Scorpion's origin, Gargan's origin is, J. Jonah Jameson hired him as a private detective to go hunt down Spider-Man, and Jameson funded his suit.
that Scorpion wears. Yeah. And it got stuck on him, and he blamed Jameson for that, so he started trying to kill Jameson. Naturally, Spider-Man goes to help Jameson because Scorpion is trying to kill him, and that's that. But maybe Kingpin could sort of tweak that a little bit, but because you don't really, you have Jameson, it could technically still work. You could just have Jameson do it, but
You can bring back Shocker. He's technically still out there.
I like Shocker, but
We got two versions of Shocker.
yeah, you got Herman Schultz and the white guy. But even though Herman Schultz was white in the comics, but I don't nitpick like that. But I actually like Shocker. I like that they put Shocker in there. And it gave Shocker his thing. That's why I like that. Shocker was kind of like there for a little bit. He was like under like the Vulture, and a lower level villain can carry a movie pending on the actor. Like Vulture is not necessarily the most intimidating, but you have Michael Keaton playing him, so it totally worked and was great.
So the way you're describing this, and something he already mentioned, the best villain to go would be two. You have Alistair Smythe and Kingpin.
Possibly, then you could Spider Slave.
Then you can totally grab that nostalgia point.
And then again,
borrowing stuff from like the '90s cartoon.
I'm never against. I don't know why they don't do this stuff. I'm never against a small mini fight in the beginning of a movie, like the
like
opening
that fucking,
scene. Opening scene, there's a mini fight with, like
newspaper
with
one.
like Shocker. Then you see a villain. Then you can, I'm not against them small cameo fights. Oh, this has got to be the main focus. No, you can throw little cameos. And look at Rhino cameoed at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2, as much as I hate to say it.
Well, technically, he was also in the beginning of it.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti, when he got his he got his suit at the end. But yeah, we'll see. I've talked enough about Jesus Christ. That's holy shit. I dug down that rabbit hole.
The state, and that's not even Marvel. That's just
that's
Sony.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
What else do we got, sir?
That was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess now we're gonna do our ranking of the Marvel franchises. So
We're gonna do our own list a bit, and since this is the first time, we'll have 100% same content. Nothing can go wrong with. There's only 9
I've got
franchises.
nothing.
I'm gonna do a group one to see where we are at the end.
You could just technically comment on our list and discuss
That's
where
exactly-
he would put said
That's
films.
where I would put it. That's how I will do it, because that's the only way my brain will allow it.
Are you saying you did not have time? You just cannot do it. I'm confused.
I don't think I can do it. We have an established. It's not like we're creating our own differential.
Oh, no,
list,
no.
stuff like
I
that.
understand.
There's the complete. 10
I
or so-
totally understand your mindset because
Like, how many movie franchises are there within the MCU itself?
As of right now, 9.
9.
they have multiple. I think Matt went off of multiple movies.
They have to have multiple movies, not one.
2 or more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Like
There's only 9.
we're
Until the Marvels.
and Avengers is a franchise, so Avengers is in there. So it's basically which one. We're going to start at our least favorite franchise and work our way up to our favorite one, and we can say why
Here,
they're there.
fine, I'll get
yada,
this out of
yada.
the way for conversation for you. My least favorite? Thor.
God. Oh, that's controversial. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's up in my impression lines.
I know it is.
That's all right. And I don't think me and Matt are going to be that similar, so this will be good. Like I said, it works because you can comment and you can chime in when we try to the consensus kind of thing. All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
That is your 9?
That is my 9.
Ooh.
That's not a bad number, 9.
Ooh. Yeah, mine is controversial. Ooh. Okay. Where do I got it? Okay.
It's like Doctor Strange 1 and split on 2.
Between Thor and Doctor Strange, which I really love the character Doctor Strange, kind of fucked me over on the stories and that. The first one had me okay. I can see where this is going. It's gonna be awesome.
That's something.
2 really threw us
It was a good
out
word.
the window.
Yeah.
So Doctor Strange is okay. Did you have what is your basis criteria? I'm just curious how you did it.
Well,
So I can kind of get in your brain because they're not far off. But I'm like, last?
my bottom 2
Okay.
are 2 movies. Both are one good, and the second one I have questions about. And it's like how many movies they have,
Yeah. That matters.
quality of the movie, and quality of the villain. That's basically my criteria. That's how it broke
Yeah,
into pieces.
okay.
As far as
I
Doctor
was
Strange's
kinda-
second movie quality villain. Yeah,
Number
that
of
didn't
movie
really-
and the quality of said movies came
Yeah.
in, so we're similar. We're very
I like
sim-
that criteria.
We're similar. I'm just like, God. So Doctor Strange, the first one you liked, but you didn't like Multiverse of Madness?
No, it's okay,
Yeah, I
but
just
it
said
didn't do anything that I thought it was going to do.
Hell
Okay. 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 Yeah.
So what's your number 9?
Mine here. My number 9 is Iron Man. Because as classic as the first one was, I do not like the other two. I have to almost force myself to watch them.
3 complete fucking throwaway.
And 2 is just not much
Especially-
better. 2 is
especially-
almost worse.
Especially for one of the most badass things that Iron Man has is the Extremis armor.
Yeah. That was my thought. As I was thinking, I can't put that at 9 because how classic the first
and
one is. And it
The
started
complete
MCU.
throwaway of AIM.
The complete throwaway.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I like this.
You
is more-
established AIM, and they're completely dead.
Right.
And this, mind you, runs right into fucking MODOK.
But like I said, and be honest, I almost probably prefer 3 to 2 for Iron Man. They fucked up Mandarin would have been cool if it was just fucking Mandarin. But what are you doing? And Mickey
It's
Rourke as
Shang-Chi.
Whiplash in 2.
I didn't hate it.
I didn't. It was. Oh, I don't know. And like I
was
said,
an odd-
it's controversial.
It was an odd origin story towards War Machine, though.
But consensus-wise, looking at other people's, Iron Man 2 and 3 are more lower tier for most people.
Yes.
People give 1 a lot of, but one ain't going to carry the other 2.
One does not carry
That's
it.
why I'm like, oh, God. 2, so you got 2 stinkers in there. Not that they're unwatchable, but... So, yeah, that's why I said might be... Jay's like, not as controversial as you think, because I can get your thought process on why it's your worst. Because you're like, you bring up things like, there's a lot I didn't like with Iron Man.
Okay.
Okay, so
8.
8.
How are you doing this, by the way?
I'm not. I'm just
He's just kind of commenting on ours, and we can kind of discuss that.
What do you think your next least favorite is?
out of these.
Yes.
Oh, you said Thor was your last, right?
Yes,
You
Thor was
officially
his-
put that in. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, tell him why, quick.
Let's put it this way: out of the 4 Thor movies that we had,
1.5.
1.5. I liked. I mean, for one, number 3 wasn't even a Thor fucking movie until the end.
Okay.
So,
And then in Love and Thunder, where was Gore as an actual villain?
I don't disagree. I don't necessarily disagree, but well, like I said, I will talk in plenty about Thor eventually.
But 8.
Okay.
I mean, if you want some help, we can go before you decide.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's do
'cause
that.
I don't have the
Black Panther's my next.
Ooh, okay. I'm not gonna bash the
I'll probably-
placement. Okay.
It gets
Probably would've
downgrade.
closer to 5
It's got
for
the immediate downgrade because of, unfortunately, having to deviate their stories from what they wanted to do. So the quality's not as good for the 2. I enjoy 1, but it's also, I don't think it's as hyped as it got.
As much as I enjoyed it, I think
You don't watch
the
Critical
first,
Role for the role part, do you?
The first Black Panther is the most
It was a bad joke.
Yes, it was.
maybe controversial.
Watch for the story.
The original Black Panther is the most I did like it, but is the most. I did like it quite a bit, but it is the most overrated movie in the MCU.
It is because of the Academy Award buzz it got. Costumes, fine.
Yes,
Getting into the Oscars for costumes, I would have accepted.
one of the best
Costumes were fine. CG was up there for most part.
one of the best villains in the MCU. Though Killmonger was great. Michael B. Jordan. That I will say. But
And
I will.
a phenomenal soundtrack.
2 was a solid movie,
And
but
I wasn't happy with Namor as being the villain for
for 2. No.
as much as it made sense
Yeah.
for the story they went with.
Could have stayed middle of the line character, but no.
Yeah. My number 9. Again,
You're 8.
my
Not 9.
8. Okay, it'd be 8. My number 8's Ant-Man. I liked 1. 2 kind of lagged a bit. Was still okay.
And 3 was
I
lacking
like
a certain character.
I
for
like
you, wasn't it?
3 because I love Kang. But again, that's another one that don't. they're not bad movies at all. They're funny. They just don't do much for me. Honest to God, I can watch them. They're fun. I'll get my laughs, but they don't do much for me. It's like, they're not that exciting. And Ant-Man's not that. Paul Rudd has made Ant-Man entertaining to me.
You want to know
So
one
I'm
reason
like,
I'll agree on you with where that's at?
Huh?
Because if you watch Ant-Man 1, 2, and 3, you're watching the same movie.
To be honest, yes, I will actually agree to that. Because
The
they're
only
kinda,
difference between 3 and the other 2 is the fact that they're in a different fucking universe.
but they entertained me more than the Iron Man movies did.
And
so
that-
I have to put it above
And we
Iron
don't
Man.
have the whole storytelling from, what is his name?
Michael Pena,
Michael Pena.
but his character, I'm not sure. I'm just saying his actor.
We don't
Michael
have
Pena.
his storytelling in the third movie.
Yeah, and it's just they don't.
Not even a
they're-
callback.
They're very similar movies, so it's like. But again, I at least got enjoyment out of them. So I had not that I didn't enjoy Iron Man, just them two really just. Oh boy, but no, Ant-Man.
I agreed with him.
Okay, so
You put Ant-Man at 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, you're basically watching the same movie all the way to 3.
This is working.
The only thing that changed is the location.
You're able.
and character
It's
age.
working. Jay's able to kind of formulate a list off of us, so it's working.
Okay.
What are we at, 7?
Yes.
Okay.
7 is Iron Man for me.
Okay. Not far off. I
What was
figured
your
we're
reasoning
gonna,
for putting it higher than?
not far off.
I didn't mind 2 as much because it gave you War Machine.
True.
It added
That's
the
a
War
good point.
Machine. It gets downgraded for its villains.
Yeah, but
Not a fan
villain-
of Whiplash.
Whip.
Well, I just didn't like Mickey Rourke as Whiplash.
Who would you have cast?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anybody want Mickey Rourke? Somebody actually didn't mind being a villain and dedicated to the role.
So anyone who could have a Russian accent and still play a villain.
Yeah, and actually willing to play it and actually act. Versus Mickey Rourke being Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke being Mickey. But again, to defend a little bit, but to also kind of agree at the same time, it's Iron Man. He don't have fucking villains like that. That is the problem with some of these. You want to talk about the 2 characters in comics that you can use villains all day. Spider-Man, Batman, boom. Kind of Superman a little bit. Even Wonder Woman. Once you use Cheetah, and maybe Cersei, you're kind of getting
Her
Ares.
her
You're kind of done.
I'm still hoping for Cersei.
You're kind of done. That's the problem with.
Well, that's why she wasn't. That's why you're probably getting 3 movies with her and you were done. You got Ares and you got.
Cheetah. That's the
Sure.
problem with these. That's CGI Cheetah.
Let's see. Well, here's the
You
problem
use
with
Gigantia,
Iron Man already.
maybe the big bitch, but
We got Whiplash. We got Mandarin. We sort of got Mandarin.
Sure.
Obadiah Stane. We got Aldrin Killian.
yeah.
Wait,
Aldrin Killian was the villain for 3.
yeah, but
They kind of meshed him with.
differently than how he was supposed to be. Crimson Dynamo was teased but never actually got done.
Mandarin was done great in Shang.
Madame Mask
Yeah.
was teased, but it wasn't her. It was Widow. Ghost wasn't in Iron Man. It was in Ant-Man. Titanium Man was supposed to be a thing, but Justin Hammer never actually got to do it.
Yeah.
Justin Hammer, did I say that one already?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I skipped past him.
But my only point
was in
is, a lot of these characters that Marvel has made popular and have made really good, they're
Fing Fang Foom. Could you imagine
Fing
him
Fang
doing
Foom.
that one?
Yeah, it'd be funny.
Wasn't that the dragon?
Yeah, it's a dragon.
Yeah.
That's a space. It's a
Which
space
is-
dragon.
Which is the dragon they were kind of teasing was Shang-Chi.
Yeah, and they did. do it.
Kinda, yeah. But the Captain America, Iron Man, a lot of these characters Marvel's made popular was like B-list heroes almost.
That would have been a.
Spider-Man's in his own god tier thing because he made Marvel what it is, borderline. So it's
That'd have
like,
been a weird one to do. Living Laser. Heard of that one?
yeah. You could put Captain America was very popular. You could put him close, but like Ant-Man's a C-list hero that Marvel made popular. Same thing with the Guardians. Made them popular with their movies. They have their fan base in the comics, but they're never
Batman's got enough
gigantic.
backstory and different.
Different people that have
People,
had
yeah.
the mantle, so it works.
You're 7.
My 7. My 7. Look, my 7's Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I like the first Doctor Strange, and I like Multiverse of Madness. I did. It's hard because I always wrestle with Multiverse of Madness because you could have been more to me. I've said this in about so many of these podcasts. Multiverse of Madness could have been more. You gave me that Illuminati, which was phenomenal. I love Professor X and Black Bolt. And then they just get killed off. And Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. I loved it. I adored that. I was hoping the whole movie was going to be that. But it wasn't. You gave me Pizza Papa. At least you gave me Pizza Papa. You gave me Bruce Campbell. And there's bias there because Sam Raimi is one of my favorite directors. And he did Evil Dead. He did Toby's Spider-Man movies. I love Sam Raimi. He did great. The visuals were great in that movie. That's dirty. Seeing
one of the villains listed for Iron Man, booze.
Touche.
Yeah.
Damn it, that was a funny joke, but I lost my train of thought a little bit.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's all right. We've already kind of talked about multiverse, so we didn't have much.
But it's just it could have been more. It built on but I don't know where Strange is going to go from here. Especially now you got Chase there, and now
that's going to. You need to get to
Darkhold.
You need to get to Dormammu. Those are his villains.
You need Dormammu back.
You need his actual villains,
and you need to actually use Dormammu, not a stupid.
And you didn't use even Baron Mordo as a villain yet.
Nope, not yet. They kind of just let him go off and do his own thing. Now he's just... Well,
no, they bring Mordo back, maybe?
They brought him back as one of the people
You haven't used any of his actual villains yet. You teased Dormammu, but you were using an underling as his main villain.
You Galactused him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you turned
and
Dormammu.
And you didn't use any of his actual villains in 2.
I have showed pictures.
You didn't get the what the fuck are they called? The living golems or the
yeah.
The Living Dead. For fuck's sakes, Dracula is one of his.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
The problem is...
Anything supernatural.
I like what you said. They pretty much Galactused fucking Dormammu. Because, no, Dormammu is one of my... Comic-wise, early 2000s, Dormammu is one of my favorite designs ever with his armor. He's a flaming skull. It's cool. I mean, that's kind of Ghost Rider-ish, sure. But I like Dormammu's designs.
I wanted to say same universe, but that's not really...
But they could use Dormammu again. You could make Strange, another movie with Strange and make it good. You could. I expected more.
Except now he's got a new girlfriend.
Yeah. I expected more from... Oh, but one thing I want to say in Multiverse of Madness. This is kind of a Raimi thing, but when they introduced Sinister Strange, that whole scene of that Earth and Strange's mansion just off by itself, that was phenomenal. That was Raimi. That was phenomenal. Like I said, I loved a lot of
scenes. Still kind of
sad
it was confirmed that it wasn't the same one from...
Yeah, that we talked about. It wasn't the same one from What If. But it's just... It's weird. Strange is hard to really... Because there could be more. I just think they could have done more with Strange. I love Cumberbatch as Strange, though I do. But I just think it could have been... I think it could have been more. I think
him as Strange is the same as Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man.
I'll never bash the cast. Robert Downey Jr. was perfect for Iron Man.
There's only one superhero casting I've had an issue with. And that's after her movie came out.
Marvel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the casting when they announced her or whatever, but after the movie, I don't think she was right for the role.
Brie Larson for for Carol? Yeah, I can see it.
Next.
I don't have anything. I'm killing you with this, aren't I?
Well, it just...
I can comment and
well, there's no point in doing a group rating then at this point.
No, I mean we could just discuss some of the things, but what were we on?
6.
6. What do you have for 6?
Oh, I just got so you got 6.
My 6 is Ant-Man.
Your 6 Ant-Man?
Yeah,
a little higher. Actually, quite a few spots higher.
So it's not that far off, and I agreed on him where it was.
So basically, just why? What? And let's see. Why do you have Ant-Man above the ones you do? Funny?
Because I've enjoyed the villains more.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You get downgraded slightly for what Ghost was, but I enjoyed...
Yeah, forgettable.
Yellow Jacket for 1.
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors for 2, even if the stories don't make as much sense... I haven't had issues with the castings. Well, the movies are fun, and at least 2 of the villains are memorable.
The coolest things in Ant-Man 2 was Giant Man. But he's old and pretty much retired now.
Goliath.
Yeah.
So it's that was cool seeing him. What's his name? Was it...
Same as Hank Pym, so it was kind of nice.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of cool.
Partners. They're bickering.
Ghost is, not Matt didn't say bad, but so forgettable. It's
Until
you have to-
Thunderbolts.
You have to think about it. Like, who the fuck was the villain in Ant-Man 2? Oh, yeah, Ghost.
Well, speaking of Thunderbolts, wasn't in the upcoming Marvel thing
I'm
we
super
were chatting
excited
about
for
earlier.
that, but oh, I digress.
Thunderbolts?
We don't have anything. That hasn't been shot yet. There's nothing to tell you about Thunderbolts that we didn't talk about when the movies were announced.
Okay.
That we didn't cover back in.
Well, we were just on Ghost, so
Yeah. There's nothing to tell you about the
ask.
movie.
you would know sooner than me because I don't pay attention to that stuff. I go into stuff blind.
Totally blind. Totally 100% blind. 100%.
Aside from trailers.
Well, trailers, yeah. Alrighty, so what do we got? My 6?
5?
Maybe my 6.
Or is he on 6?
He's on 6.
My 6 is probably higher than mine's 6 is Black Panther.
Probably where I would have put it.
I enjoyed the first one a lot. A lot of that is carried. Killmonger, Chadwick's great, but Killmonger carries a lot of that movie. He's a villain that actually has a right to be mad. Like, you fucked me. You killed my dad. You fucker. He has a right to be mad. He has a blood claim to the throne.
Your family fucked me over.
It makes sense. So, and
Our people are suffering and you do
CGI and the suits are great in there. I liked Circus's Claw. Thought that was great, even though we won't never see him again.
That is sad.
But and Claw is one of Black Panther's main villains. So is Killmonger, and you've used them. So I don't know where you're gonna fucking And then Wakanda Forever, I have gone down on. The more I think about it, more down. It's gone down my list because
that is actually
it's not a bad movie, but I don't. When you think I don't like Namor as much as like Matt says, it's not bad.
Does any of us even know a single Black Panther villain?
We'll see. What?
Black Panther villains.
Besides Killmonger and
Claude,
they blew their wad with most of them. But I mean, I'm wondering what you're gonna do with Riri.
I think he fought Dr. Doom at one point because
Doom's everyone.
leader of countries.
Doom's one of them. That's everyone. He's everyone's villain. But
We're not going to get a proper him yet, are we? Because that's not the villain they're going to use for Fantastic Four, is it?
Guard.
Oh, it's Galactus.
Yeah.
Better not be a fucking cloud.
No.
Nope.
No. But I agree with Wakanda Forever would probably. The more I think about it, it goes down my Marvel movies in general list. It does.
I didn't make that point when we were talking about Galactus for Fantastic Four.
Oh boy.
The rumored casting for Galactus.
I forgot it. I heard it though.
Puss in Boots.
Banderas.
Antonio Banderas.
I do not hear it.
That'd be kind of. It'd take me a bit to get used to.
Could you imagine this big ass head in the fucking sky?
Reed, are you coming to my quinceañera?
Said they're going. I told you they're going for big name actors.
Don't.
You're like, oh, now I can't
For that one, they should have gone for a voice actor since you're not going to have the person on screen.
No, because you're still going to see his face.
What?
Half of his face. You can still see Galactus's mouth and facial
He's
structure.
the size of a planet, but he's really just a little guy.
So they're not going full CG on that one.
It's going to be just as CG as what Thanos looks like because you still have Josh Brolin's face developed into it.
Yeah.
Then go Stephen Bloom or something.
I mean,
He can at least do the
you're
deeper voice or something.
You're like, I'm not on board with Banderas.
I wanted Liam Neeson, so.
Oh boy.
He's got the facial structure.
That would have been good.
He's just too old now.
That would have been good.
He wouldn't have to do it.
He's getting old, though.
Well,
So he can't talk?
While we're through our lower tiers, those were kind of the mids. Now we're getting to this franchise that we
Top
enjoyed.
fives.
We enjoyed quite a bit. So we're getting to the nitty gritty ones now. Oh yeah, I talked all I could about Black.
Thor.
Thor is your 5?
Thor is my 5.
Okay, respectable.
I don't
spot.
even know what's left to say top fives. I
Oh,
know
you're
what
gonna-
I know what I would have for
Would have helped
1
if
and
you did a
2,
list.
maybe. No, I couldn't.
We'll talk about that after. But okay, Thor. Okay, I like that. Good placement.
Mid tier, it's got 4 movies, which gives it a little bit of a bump.
Yeah,
It's got 2. Between all 4 of them, you've got 2 good movies.
1.5.
No.
Damn,
No,
that's
it's,
harsh.
No, it's half 1. Or no, half
Go through
0,
all of them.
1 half.
I'm putting that 2 because of that double half.
Yep.
Go through quick all of them. Like 1, 2.
1 was a great origin story.
I didn't like it, but I'll
in terms
agree.
of
I'll agree.
Loki was the villain.
Yeah.
Fine, made sense 100%. Hemsworth looked weird, and that's why they changed his
His
things.
Agreed. Then you got
They tried to pull the comic look out.
Dark World.
Dark World as a concept was fine.
I swear that
what
one
you
was just
did
created
to
to explain
Asgard was fine. The villain just wasn't memorable.
Yep.
That's kind of sad.
His bodyguard and transform guy did more damage than he did himself.
It's kind of sad considering who he is.
Then you got Ragnarok. We don't need to get into Ragnarok.
Oh,
as much
yeah,
as
we
you
do.
dislike the reason
Oh, yeah, we
or
do.
whatever. But great villain anyway.
And here it
Well,
comes.
they had a really great freaking story for Thor Ragnarok, and then they threw Planet Hulk in there. It's like
Now the one. Love and Thunder. I don't know what.
I that one did
Great
fine for me, except for Gore. It's like
Yeah, it's the same thing. You hired
But
Christian
the
Bale to
scenes-
be full Gore, and one, he didn't look like Gore, and two, I wasn't that impressed with the interpretation.
I thought he was great.
We got a
personally,
good
but-
background for sympathy background for him. That's about all we really got out of the villain.
Boy, I'm gonna have to defend the door like a motherfucker when I get holy shit. You're like there's bias there for you, Dean. Remember? Okay. Is that about all you can muster for Thor? Okay.
Like two good movies between all four.
That's now you'll see why I couldn't do. My 5 is Guardians.
I knew your 5 was Guardians
How'd you know? Or you're kind
because
of
you're predictable.
you're thinking of you're like.
I know what your top 4 are, Dean. I knew
You've
where
talked
this was going.
You've talked to him about this multiple times. It's something you do with him is lists.
Well, I don't necessarily spoil, but you can, and it's also me. He said I'm predictable for lists. Random thing. Who didn't think Plo Koon was going to be 1 or 2 for Star Wars? Shit, you should know.
He didn't because he forgot.
Huh? No. I
But
was wondering where the hell he was going to put him.
Guardians as a whole could have almost leapfrogged 4. It could have. I would accept Guardians over my 4 in certain aspects, but I loved Guardians 1. Great. 2 kind of was the laggy one, but wasn't bad. Was not bad at all, but was kind of the
because of
laggy
their
one.
use and representation of ego.
Yeah, kind of the laggy one, kind of, but hot take maybe, but 3 was my favorite Guardians movie. Maybe a hot take, but 3 was my favorite. I like 3 more than 1.
Had nothing to do with Cosmo.
There's bias because I love Cosmo. Well, I love the story. I love how they wrap everyone's story up. It feels acceptable.
I'll agree. I think I love 3 more than 1, but I loved 1.
But you're
1 gets me with the soundtrack every time.
I,
The soundtrack was golden for 1.
but did you say you think 3's your favorite though? Slightly. See,
In terms of
All
movie.
three, it's
and
probably
again,
my
but
favorite.
these are the ones where we're not really getting horrible movies in all. Like,
Yeah, I gotta say, I still love the gore. Like that was a lot of killing, a lot of
Yeah.
good action in that one.
yeah.
Well, since we're kind of off of what your non-existent list, Guardians is my 4.
Guardians is your 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm still kind of on, but yeah, okay,
It's
now
my
we're
top 3.
similar. Yeah, but yeah.
It's like every one of those movies is memorable. You've got
And like,
You want to know my real reason for putting that one in my top 3? Because it wasn't connected to anything, and none of the story was forced.
true.
Nothing in their story had to do with any of the other
Agree.
shit.
See,
Like
I
the-
can put
The first one,
Yeah.
you could have said did, but it was a great way of
I mean, that's
introducing-
why 2 and 3 are going to be they're the least they're the most standalones of their owns.
Yeah, but one was the establishing movie. Like nobody thought that movie was going to take off at all, but it did great.
Yeah, because
Down.
The fucking dance off.
yeah, I
To save the
mean,
universe.
Yes.
the casts were great. Like I said, we're getting to where movies weren't really necessarily. Man, that's kind of weird considering what my 4 is. But 2 was not a bad movie. Just it lagged a bit behind 1 and 3 to me.
But you had Kurt Russell as the villain, and that was fine.
Kurt Russell, his ego. Yeah, they kind of portrayed ego a little.
I was
Ego,
kind of
Ego-
hoping to see the face planet thing a bit more, but
but You got Mary Poppins, y'all.
Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins.
It just, as standalones as they are, they gave you everything you wanted, and you love all the characters.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
You grow to love every
Soundtracks
single
are
one of
always
them.
great. I love every character in Guardians. I could probably rent which ones I like more than others, but I love every character for some particular reason. So, yeah, it's got to be high. It's got to be pretty high, honestly. Oh yeah, Guardians. Boom. Well, that was Matt's 4, so
Yeah, well.
I have to go. My 4 is Odin's son. Is Thor.
Your 4 is the only one with 4. No, it's not.
No, it's
Does
not.
Avengers count as 4?
No,
Yes.
Avengers counts as
Yep, Avengers counts as 4.
Okay.
Okay, so no, I agree.
I'll give
No,
my
I'm
opinion on
differ.
it.
I differ with. No, actually, me and you differ with his on Ragnarok. We do differ there. I can understand his reasoning, but it's different. Thor,
he's biased in his reasoning.
yes, which is why I
Oh,
get
yes, in my bias, but it's not a horrible biased reason. Story-wise,
it. Okay, let me. Thor, the first Thor, like you said, good origin movie. I agree. Hemsworth was a little odd at first. It took me a bit to get used to. But, Loki being the villain, it's Tom Hiddleston. He was great. Forgot a man was born to play Loki. Dark World needs to be thrown in the fire. I could almost take a
Dark
nap.
Elves.
I could almost take
Everybody
a nap.
forgets the Dark Elves.
I can almost take a nap.
The only worthwhile thing you got out of it was getting the fucking Infinity
Yeah,
Stone.
Dark World.
Yes.
Dark World holds Thor
that's
back.
why I feel that one was just
I'm
thrown
not
in
kidding.
the trash.
If you're a host,
Say,
Thor,
hey, we need a reason for this stone
Thor-
existing. All right, let's use Thor.
Thor's not. No, Dark World literally holds Thor back like this from getting any higher because that's a stain. And they get Ragnarok.
It's a bloodstain.
My opinion is a top 5 MCU movie all time. That is the GOAT. That is one of the GOATs. I laughed.
With goats.
What? No,
Oh, that's a different. That's
that's
4.
different.
Not
That's
5.
coming. That's coming.
Wrong movie.
I love the action. I love the action. The soundtrack was good too. It was colorful. That's Waititi though. That's just how Waititi does it. It reinvigorated Thor because Dark World was like
Thought of something else.
Dark World was just no, and we're like no.
I'm not disagreeing with him on that one.
What is
I
but
just-
Ragnarok?
breathing fresh air
If
into
you
it after.
like Hulk, that Thor Ragnarok does just take a Hulk story and be like, here, we're gonna make it a Thor story. Fuck Hulk. It does. It does.
Remembered another celebrity cameo in Guardians.
But
Huh?
Remembered another celebrity cameo.
Who's
in
that?
The love interest of Peter, the attendant,
yeah.
was Ratcatcher 2.
Oh yeah.
Suicide Squad.
You're shitting me.
Nope.
Yeah.
I did not recognize her face at all.
Nope.
That's
That's what makeup does, man.
another thing about Ragnarok 2. Here it comes. One of the GOAT's MCU villains to me. Hela without her helmet. Fucking
Without her helmet.
and the
The entire
Too
fucking
horny.
movie. Take your helmet off.
I have taught. She has beautiful black hair. I'm sorry, but thing on Hela. I've told you this a minute. I like that they actually got an Academy Award-winning actress nominated multiple times in a Marvel movie. That was cool to me.
They've always used all their big budget to hire the villains as big name people.
I love that Kate Blanchett did that. She's known for high fucking Academy Award movies, and she's gonna do a fucking comic movie. That was
Antonio?
great. What?
Antonio?
Oh god! Here we go. Here comes Antonio again.
I did.
They spent a lot. Marvel spent a lot of money on its villains. I mean, even from the beginning, they didn't get the big name actors to be much. That they spent their money on the villains. You had Red Skull.
When was Josh actually Thanos? Was it the third time he was shown on screen or no?
Because that's
I don't know if he was the voice of him for Guardians. That's the one where it's iffy. For first Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't know
Yeah.
who the voice was for that. After that, maybe? I don't know.
When they were actually like, yeah, we're definitely going with him.
But-
Thanos has to be a thing.
Oh, but I'm forgetting his name, but the guy who plays Obadiah Stane, very big actor.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
The only out of the lowest big name villain actor that they got was Tom Hiddleston at that point. He hadn't broken out yet until that.
I think it took for Loki for
I'm
him
just
to,
happy that you agree. No, you didn't agree with that, but Ragnarok did. Well, you love
I think-
Ragnarok too.
Yeah.
Did reinvigorate Thor.
Yes.
And now my controversial thing.
Kong is probably the only other thing I
I
can
gotta-
remember Tom Hiddleston from.
Because I got to get to it.
Let's post that.
It's kind of controversial because it's a very divisive movie. I love Thor: Love and Thunder. I did.
We know you did.
I
There's an
love
episode dedicated to it.
I love Natalie Portman as Jane. That was great. I love that they got to bring her back after Dark World made her just a helpless. She was annoying and they didn't know what to do with her in Dark World. Then she wasn't even in Ragnarok. Then they bring her back to be Lady Thor and her whole big comic accuracy with the whole cancer origin and stuff. Maybe she comes back. I don't know. And I love the goat boat as much as it annoyed other people.
I'm not even going to attempt to scream.
But my kind of hot take,
Go
because
ahead.
Matt brought it up for the first Guardians. Love and Thunder has my favorite MCU soundtrack. Guns and
There's a reason the playlist is saved on my computer.
But yes, Thor. I agree with the points on Gore. I think they should have used. I thought Bale did great, but
He's called
they
the
should
God
have-
Killer.
They should have used him more. And he only killed one god. He killed a flower, like a flower.
One
fucker.
on screen.
Yeah.
A nameless god.
Do you like Doctor Strange more or Iron Man more?
Oofies.
Doctor Strange.
Okay. See, it's not that hard. You just said it. You're like, if I'm asked, it's simple. Me doing it on myself is hard.
Do you like that? So, I'm trying to salvage a list so this makes sense.
You're trying to
You're
make.
trying to put my stuff down.
He's trying to make
Yeah,
you
it's
a
hard.
list.
So you said Guardians is in your top 3, so we got to
Yes.
figure that.
I would literally
we're trying
put
to
that
figure
one
out your
at
top 4 at this
3.
point. I think I've got your bottom. We're trying to figure out your top 4 at this point.
But
Top 4.
Yes.
and again, Love and Thunder was also comical. I'm sad Waititi's probably is not going to do another one, but we'll see. But okay, now we're in the top 3s. We need top 3s now. We need top 3s. I like this.
My number 3, Spider-Man.
Oofies. That's a big oof.
To you.
Well, sadly, I think me and him agree on.
I'm biased. I'm admitting my
You're the
bias.
biggest critic out of us.
My bias shows in my number 1.
Oh, the bias show. Okay.
Yeah, my bias shows in my number 1. Not even kidding.
But Deadpool isn't a part of the MCU yet.
But it's. Oh God.
That's not even where I was going with that.
Spider-Man is in his top 3, so it is upper echelon, which I knew it would be. I knew it would be in the top 3. But I already know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say how No Way Home, Far From Home drags it a bit. I already know.
Even though I like Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor,
yeah.
but Keaton as Vulture, they're more downgraded for the concepts they used for their characters, more so than the quality of the movies. Because
like an example.
Keaton as a tech villain? A gang?
Keaton as the
villain?
tech villain, where his origins come from, kind of were the thing that kind of tear that down. Even though I love Keaton and the movie was great.
Yeah.
Mysterio.
Homecoming. I love there's some bias there because even
I
though
have
it is the
complete
weak,
bias for Mysterio.
it's the weakest of the movie of the Spider-Man movies. But Mysterio, Gyllenhaal played Mysterio great, and I get them mixed up. Far From Home does have that first Mysterio sequence was goated. That was goated to me because they showed Mysterio so well. But okay,
But then, the only criteria to downgrade No Way Home.
and then there's the goat. Yes.
Best out of the 3, but you needed none of his own villains. They were all everybody else's.
Kind of true. I won't.
That's the only downgrade I can give it. None of them were his own villains.
Other universe villains?
Yeah. So there's your downgrade. You weren't using any of his actual villains. You were using old ones for the nostalgia. A great movie.
I will not disagree with it because I would have loved to have seen.
No, because in that movie, you could argue that Peter himself was his own villain.
You could argue Strange was the villain for a bit.
That's not hard to. Yeah.
That's not hard to.
You know what? No, Ned's the villain.
So Spider-Man's in your top 3?
I'm not revealing that yet.
What's your turn? Oh, wait.
Go 2.
Well, he's on his 3.
Oh,
Yeah, you're 3.
my
Let's speed us up.
my
that much.
my 3 is Avengers. My 3 is Avengers. First Avengers, classic. Pretty much was the
whole culmination of the first movies of the MCU, great, loved it, built perfectly, took your time and built it perfectly, unlike DC.
There's only one I'm sad about.
Age of Ultron.
That's the one I'm sad
I
about.
don't hate Age of Ultron like other people do, because James Spader just destroyed as Ultron and was great as his voice. I think they could have used him more and used him better.
What if?
His origin was a little wonky. I'm going to put a suit of armor around the planet. Oh, Tony. And if I'm not... And Ultron was mainly created by Pym, which they changed up his origin a little bit, which is fine. I don't mind
Even
that
with
as much.
him in the universe.
Yeah. That don't bother me as much. And
Well, actually, Ant-Man didn't come out until after Ultron.
Yep.
Infinity War is goated. That is probably Endgame also is probably in my top 5. But Infinity War is great. I love Thanos finally becoming very center stage as a villain. Endgame, again, that's another top 5. But Endgame has probably in all the MCU, every single movie, my second favorite, like just nostalgia nerd trip scene ever. My second favorite. That's when everyone comes out of the portal for the final fight in Endgame. That was just nerdgasm. I'll use the term.
Not even the one where they're all doing their own pose, standing on the Lady Liberty.
I said my second favorite nostalgia trip was. Everyone should know what my favorite nostalgia trip of the MCU is. But no, Avengers would be 3. I can't really give it a criticism besides maybe Age of Ultron knocking it a little bit, but. Well,
The one and done Ultron, yeah, that's
I
the only
think
thing that knocks it.
Ultron could come back. You could easily write him back.
Yeah.
He survived somewhere in some corner of the internet. Even though the meme will never die that he was on the
Inside
internet.
White Vision.
Even though the meme will never die that Ultron was on the
wouldn't
internet
happen, I
for
know.
like 10 minutes and decided humanity had to go.
I put the Avengers at 2.
Avengers.
Okay.
Avengers.
So what's your 4 out of the room?
4.
I have Guardians at 3, Avengers at 2.
So which one are you putting at? So Guardians 3, Avengers 2. So you're putting Captain America 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Goofies. It's kind of goofies.
I knew what your number 1 would be.
See, Captain America may go to 5 or not, depending on how, it's no longer named New World Order, but
You
because
don't
I
know
absolutely
yet.
loved the Netflix, wow,
Netflix.
Disney Plus show. And
I
that
did.
wasn't even Captain America, really.
Nope.
That was Falcon and Bucky.
Yeah.
Well, my number 2 is Captain America.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Love
Well,
Hugo Weaving for Red Skull.
just to say it, my number 2 is also Captain America. So that can just be talked about in general. One of the most, again, for me personally, the top 3 are the most consistent franchises. There's nothing that's obnoxiously horrible about any one of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not spoiling what my number 1 is.
Talked about it.
The internet knows.
But I think First Avenger is actually an underrated movie.
I fucking love it.
I think Captain America First Avenger is an underrated movie. Hugo
Awesome
Weaving,
origin story
That's
and
Red-
great fucking
Red Skull was great.
transition.
Yeah. So, I think it's a lot of people think, oh, it's just a run of the mill origin. It's solid. I think it's underrated. I think it's one of the better origins MCU has done.
We got origins for multiple characters, not just him.
Winter Soldier is. I don't think I'd have it in my top 5 like everyone else does. It'd probably be like top 6 or 7 though, because it is great. It is great. It's probably the best movie out of the 3, like overall. So what my favorite is and what the best movie is always different. So it is the best movie out of the 3, definitely, and not
Between Civil War, Winter Soldier, and First Avenger.
what.
You put Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier would see. It's hard to say. Winter Soldier is like I said, it's not necessarily best movie, just my enjoyment and stuff. Winter Soldier is the middle one. First Avenger would still be my least favorite, but it's still great. It was kind of Avengers 2.0, and yes, get the hell. It introduced Spider-Man, yes, but Civil War is my favorite Captain America movie. because of how everyone was in it and it was kind of Avengers 2.0. I liked it.
That's probably why. So I think Civil War is my
Your least-
lowest rated because it's not really a
For
Captain
Caps
America movie.
movies,
Yeah.
I can see that.
That's probably my only gripe with it.
Yeah, I think Captain First Avenger and
I feel,
Winter Soldier are in my top 10.
I actually feel we should have gotten a two-parter in that. We should have gotten two views.
I mean, possibly.
We should have gotten the two sides like we did in the comics.
I agree though, because like I said, most people call it Avengers 2.0, Civil War.
Yep.
Well, I don't think it's 2.0 because it's
It's
2.5
Yeah.
2.5, yeah.
because it's after Ultron, right?
I had an issue.
I believe so.
Yes it is, because the
Sokovia Accords. Yeah.
I had another soft spot for Civil War I have is it gave me what the MCU lacks to me, because sometimes they keep their movies so compact, like sometimes like Guardians is compact, but it's a good thing for Guardians. Civil War gave me them interactions that I want, like barring Avengers movies. I got these Spider-Man interact with Captain America, Spider-Man interact with Iron Man, and Cap and Iron Man like
him catching Bucky's arm.
have different. That was great. Oh, you got a metal arm? That's cool. And okay, come on, Spider-Man's Star Wars reference. This movie from the 80s.
The fact that he's explaining it like a little kid too just floored me.
He's
It's like, you know exactly what it is. You're a nerd. You can just say Star Wars.
Tony, where'd you get this kid? I don't know. I got him. But again, I can agree that they could have made it maybe a two-parter. But and again,
just to get the two sides more openly, people are too ready.
that's
to
a hard one.
accept that Iron Man and the rest of his crew were okay with.
Yeah.
For what they went with Baron Zemo being the villain,
I
made
was just gonna
sense.
bring that up.
But you
Without the mask.
I didn't like that. He needed his mask, but that was remedied.
But it easily could have been not him. It could have just been
Just the two fighting sides.
Thunderbolt Ross, technically.
Yeah.
It could have just
Oh,
been the
yeah.
government.
Are you
Rest
saying?
in
Are you
peace, buddy.
Are you just saying they technically didn't need Zemo? Really?
Yeah.
They,
You could have done a completely different arc where it was just the government that wanted to do it, which is what the original Civil War storyline was.
It's just the government, but you have him in the background just laughing.
It was a fine adaptation of Civil War for the big screen. That's one of my probably top 2 or 3 favorite comic stories ever in comics is Civil War, and they adapted it pretty well with what they had. They didn't have Spider-Man established yet, so they couldn't give him his full arc, but they still squeaked him in there.
No Hulk, no Thor. So
They also
big ass hitters.
They also introduced I think that's Black Panther's first appearance in the MCU, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
Civil War.
Yep.
So they introduced Black Panther. So yeah, again, like I said, there's really no negatives to these. A lot of it's preference when you get to these top 3. It's because there's not really any glaring issue with any of them, like Dark World is with Thor, or vice versa, and all that shit.
I'll save my number 1 for last, even though we all know what my number 1 is.
Because my number
We know
one,
what your number
my
ones
number
are.
1 is Spider-Man.
I agreed with that.
Yeah,
Simply the
the homeboy.
talking to my I can't hide my bias. What the fuck am I talking about? I love the first one. It was very grounded to what Spider-Man was. Yes, I think Tom Holland carried that a lot too, because one thing that Tobey and Andrew didn't have. Tom had the hardcore youthfulness. He could tell he was young, and he was young, and he played a nerd. He played a nerd very well, and he played Spider-Man pretty well. We want him to get a little more quirky as he gets older, but I think he will.
The quips?
Yeah, the quips. Hit the quips. But like Tobey Maguire was like the quintessential, almost perfect. Matt will probably agree with this. Tobey was like the quintessential perfect Peter Parker almost, but wasn't really that
Parker Luck?
wasn't really that quippy and wasn't the greatest Spider-Man. But okay, Andrew's the opposite. Andrew is almost the perfect Spider-Man, but was a very cool hipster Peter Parker.
He was 2000s Peter Parker.
There is
when
a
he revamped it.
misconception with Peter Parker. He is not 100. In the 60s when he first started, yes, Peter is kind of currently what Andrew's Peter was. He's not a total nerd that no one likes. He's just smart and different. He's a nerd, but he's not. Hey guys, did you get to ace your biology test? He's not a nerd like that no more. Especially not in the comics. So
I don't know if he ever talked that way.
No,
the original one was
with-
pretty close.
He had a look. He looked.
He had the
them
look.
old
I don't know if
six-
you ever had that.
Them had his
when he
pants.
was talking like this with the buck teeth. And,
I was just using that as an example.
That's how you imagine the
The
nerd.
original comic book Peter Parker was closer to what Toby was trying to do with it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Preppy, stuck up, a little bit more stuck up, doing it for himself
Yeah.
until with great power comes responsibility.
Great power. Sounds great response.
God damn it, Ben. You died, well, technically 3 times because we never got you third.
They
Still Sean Bean.
but. And as I said, Far From Home is kind of the one that lags a little bit, but at the same time, it's Mysterio and like you said, Gyllenhaal was great as Mysterio. It was entertaining.
I've
What?
been waiting for a Mysterio.
You know what?
on screen
You know what?
Forever.
Double the damage.
What? Double the damage.
Double the damage.
Double the damage.
Now I need to get a proper Scarecrow on screen.
And a proper. Oh god, yeah.
You know why?
And the fact that they gave Mysterio his comic costume and it didn't look lame as fuck. They gave him the fishbowl, and they made the fishbowl
loved
look
it.
fine. That was cool. I was like, thank you.
the
And I
smoke, the
love that
illusions.
scene. And Gyllenhaal just had the lines and had Quentin Beck energy. And I like that they changed Beck's origin to fit the MCU more.
Barf.
Well, he wasn't gonna just.
Comic Nazis bitch about Mysterio. Wasn't Mysterio's origin? No, Mysterio's origin in the comics was so fucking basic. They had to make it work in the MCU. Yeah, fuck. Ooh, some of them comic Nazis. But and I don't even need to start. No Way Home is my favorite MCU movie. Favorite MCU movie. It will most likely never be touched. The thing that knocks that off his perch, I want to know. I want to know what'll knock Spider-Man No Way Home off my favorite MCU movie. I want to know. There's another Spider-Man movie when they come back.
I got a stupid question for you.
But
You think Comic Nazi's favorite villain is Red Skull?
why?
I said a stupid question.
It works, but god damn it. But
It's a stupid question. I said that
oh,
before I,
I should
even
say
said
this
it.
too.
Could have stopped me at any time.
I like Tom Holland's suits also throughout throughout his series. They evolve and they're a little more different. My only
Like
issue
Spider
really
Monkey?
with his oh my god, Night Monkey. My only issue with his first suit was his little spider logo was so tiny. That bothered me. Like, why is it so tiny? That bothered me.
The tick?
Yeah, that tick thing that bothered me. And the suit he is in at the end of No Way Home is the GOAT. That is my favorite Spider-Man suit I've ever seen.
The
I
bright
can't-
red and blue?
I can't wait to. And he knitted it himself. Again, one of the greatest mysteries in comics. How the fuck does Peter know how to sew so well? I seen a meme. I can't unsee it now. Like, yeah, what the
Aunt May
fuck?
taught him.
I sew.
My number one is Avengers, obviously.
What made you put it at 1?
Love the team ups. I love Ultron probably more than a lot of the world.
The movie itself?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I can rewatch that one anytime.
Well, yeah, it's got great rewatch.
Is it your?
for him?
not my
just
favorite, no.
For him being just one and done.
Is
villain,
it like one of them where you love it, but it's your least? Or is it above one of them?
I think I rewatched that one more than I watched the first one.
Ultron? It's on all
Yes,
the time.
I can agree. I can agree to that.
But
The first Avengers don't hold up as well as. Yeah, I can agree.
But Infinity War and Endgame just nailed the feels.
It did. True.
It doesn't
You
help
kn-
you. It doesn't help you walked out of the theater. and
But
get in your car and
To me,
I am Iron Man.
it gets the fandom and all the culmination because I don't think we're ever going to get that again.
I don't think so either.
Nope.
Secret Wars is not going to live up to what you just did with that, no matter what
No,
you
no,
do.
not especially since they
Can't have half the
they
characters.
fucked up the Skrulls.
It's not even that.
What are they?
No, that's Secret Invasion, not Secret Wars.
Oh, yeah, Secret Wars is. Secret Wars. We need the Beyonder.
Yeah.
You need
The
Beyonder,
Beyonder
you
dope
need a
is-
good Doctor Doom.
We
you
need some
need-
Battle
good
World.
Dr.
Give us
Doom,
some
yeah.
Battle World.
Yeah,
No, oh yeah, God Doom.
a proper origin to Venom.
I would have preferred Doom. It was too late to set it up, but I would have preferred Doom as the next villain. They could have done God Doom. I would have
Hell yeah.
preferred Doom.
Hey, the
as-
only villain who when he won, the universe was peaceful.
This, I feel like Secret Wars to kind of get that bang. I think they're gonna have to rely on a lot of nostalgia because it's Kang Dynasty and Secret. I think
I have hope for Secret Wars. Kang, I don't know. Like, of course,
I don't think I'm gonna like Kang being the Doctor Doom with this.
It's not gonna work for me either.
No,
You can't,
especially since you're already gonna do Kang Dynasty before you get to this.
Uh huh.
And Doctor Doom's not even going to be a big point of the Fantastic Four movie based on what we know so far.
are they going to
Please
even
don't tell
cast him?
Antonio.
Huh?
I just keep going back to that.
Are they
Well-
going to cast Doom or at least mention him in? Or we don't know.
They
yet?
may mention Victor Von Doom's name, but probably not Doctor Doom.
That's-
We don't even know what point in the timeline this movie takes place yet.
True. And they probably didn't call Fassbender yet to play Doom. I'm still on that shit. I need to get.
It's going to be Moff Gideon.
Oh, not damn it! No.
Please no.
He's
Not a bad actor, but I just know.
Yeah, I can't see.
I can't see it.
Why? You're just combining Moff Gideon and what he plays in The Boys.
Now, funny thing.
Corporate drone with metallic suit.
I can. My thing. It's a bit of young. It's a bit of young Magneto.
He's got to be younger. He's got to have charm. He's got to be able to take Sue Richards from Reed Richards.
It's Giancarlo Esposito. I don't care.
Man, I'll give anything. I will. Shit, I don't know the shit. I just to beg Marvel, but hey, can I get like a 10-minute scene of Spider-Man thinks Dr. Doom kidnapped Mary Jane and he goes all in Latveria fighting Doom bots? Please God, I'd die. I'd fucking die. Doom. I didn't take her. She's not here. Huh?
Your princess is in another castle? What?
I didn't take her. She's not here.
I would so
Speaking
love
of,
to see Doom say that because he knows Peter's a kid.
not here.
Your
But-
princess is in another castle.
But now go away. But that brings up a comic. This is because I was reading a little bit. Doom got his own comic series for a while. He got all his money taken away, and he was just kind of normal Doom. He had his suit, but he was hiding out in New York in a New York apartment. He's just like, and he's sitting by the couch. He looked like ducks under the couch. What the hell is that? Spider-Man. Spider-Man swinging around out there. Whoever he's living with. This is round. This is his route. He swings by here every now and again. Oh boy. Had me die.
So based off our lists, it goes in this order. Iron Man 9.
Really?
Yep.
How'd you get that consensus?
It was
He
the high.
averaged it out of.
Oh,
I averaged it out. I averaged it out of the 3.
Okay.
So Iron Man 9, Ant-Man 8,
Okay.
Doctor Strange 7,
Yeah.
Black Panther 6,
Okay.
Thor 5,
Okay.
Guardians 4,
Okay.
Captain America 3,
Okay.
Avengers 2, Spider-Man 1.
What just? Well, I have to remember we were 1, but you also had it high at 3, so it kind of
Yeah,
just.
I
has
got it to a 5 because it was 1, 1, and 3. It's 1 point ahead of Avengers. Avengers was 6.
So that worked out. I mean, it's hard. It's a little hard because there ain't no really MCU movies that are just unwatchable crap. Not many. As much as I bashed Iron Man and
I definitely
Thor-
couldn't do a marathon of them anymore.
no. Well, I just wonder what the state of back to state of the MCU. Like I said, I wonder what they're going for and stuff because MCU has not been that highly received lately. I'm just curious. Well, maybe Guardians will fix that because Guardians seems like a hit.
Since Endgame, they're trying too much.
Yeah.
They're trying to introduce all these new characters and stories.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah. One point I was gonna make about kind of like how you said you like Guardians for its singularity, standing alone.
Yeah, they need more stories like that.
I like that for what it is, but at the same time, I'm someone who likes the.
Leave
big-
it for the cutscenes.
I like
little tidbits.
the big flashy reveal.
Let's put it this way: the more you're able to have a character with its own story, with established villains,
Yeah.
and then in the background where you'll always have the Marvel lore happening,
Yeah.
grab a cutscene or a character that
Yeah.
mentions or does something that connects to the already established
Yeah.
universe.
Like there's some.
It's not hard to do. I mean, James Gunn's done it twice.
Yeah. There's some, like, there's a lot of classic, in recent memory, probably one of my biggest, like, pops for a post-credit scene was No Way Home. So I love the fact that some of the symbiotes stayed in the MCU. I love that. I'm like, ooh,
And we're not going to get
possibilities.
anything on that, are we?
Probably not.
What, the symbiotes just going to be a garbage, not even use it? Oh, I guess. But that was cool.
It's in
Like,
fucking Hawaii or Haiti or whatever the hell he was.
It's gonna make
Where's
it wait.
Peter? Stuck in New York.
It's gonna make it.
So how's it going to get to Peter?
And he's only going to get further away from New York based on what college he goes to.
Yeah. Thought he was staying in New York.
I thought they were going. Which college are they going to?
Wasn't it Midtown or something?
That's their. That's the
Midtown?
high school.
Midtown.
What about
It's something tech. It's something tech.
shit? I forgot it.
I thought it was Harvard.
Harvard?
I got it.
I thought the other guys were going to Harvard.
No, it was something tech. I think it was Boston. Something in Boston.
Boston is where everyone wanted to go. Did he still get into Boston even though people forgot who he was?
I mean, that was not. I don't. It was never really clarified. I don't think Peter's going. I don't know.
He's just going to be a pizza delivery guy?
Just be a pizza.
God. Sorry, I thought that was a good callback. Nothing?
MIT.
MIT.
Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
Yeah, so Massachusetts is not New York.
Oh Lord.
It's a hop, skip away.
Spider-Man. I'm in Boston, guys. I'm in
Couple
Boston.
of twits.
If Mark Wahlberg ain't in that movie, I'm gonna die. Like, where's Marky Mark? Put him in there as a cameo.
Okay. Dean.
What?
Mark is a villain. Spider-Man villain.
Oh, good Lord. Man, put that motherfucker as hammerhead. I'd die. I'd fucking die.
Could you imagine him? No, because Hammerhead's got to have that heavy New York.
Hey, man, what you doing? What you doing here? Piece of pie, man. Yeah, the heavy New York shit. Yeah, that would be.
Did you try an Italian accent there?
Yeah, some Italian. Well, he's a mobster. I always go to Italian right away. Pizza pie. Oh, fucking poor Italians. Pizza's associated with Italians. Pizza pie.
Chinese origin. Italians made it famous.
Pizza pie. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the list kind of shaped out like I thought it would. I still can't believe Iron Man just chilled at the bottom.
Poof. Well, knowing I group, I knew it was going to be there. I didn't even put it that low. I put mostly.
Here's my. I'm curious though. Do you think people would you think people would agree with your reasoning for Thor, or you're like, no, it's
no, not
no, they
everybody.
wouldn't agree.
No.
I'd be very weird for saying I don't like the Thor series. From you're like, I'm a Hulk fan. It's a little different, I guess. Yeah.
Hulk's not even a complete reason why I put it that low. Like I said, it's.
Oh yeah, you didn't like Love and Thunder like I did either.
I didn't think it was a bad movie. It's just I thought they underutilized the main villain, and he was done. Remember the last fight?
Yeah.
How quick was that?
It was quick. I do like that Jane wrote in there. I was like, yeah, I'm back. That was cool. I liked the end, like the heart of Gore just being like, you know what? Okay, I'll just whatever. Thor being like, I'm gonna spend my last time with her. She's dying. Fuck you, man. You do whatever the fuck you want, man. I'm done with this shit. I like when Thor's like, I'm done with this shit. And you find Thor's daughter Thor's like saved his kid, and his kid's just gonna be around with Thor now. Which I didn't even know this. Happy Mass, like, you know that's Hemsworth's daughter, right? At the and one of my favorite endings to a movie when they put putting the title in there. They traveled the galaxy as love and thunder. Because her name was Love. That was cool. That was cool. Then then it goes right into Sweet Child of Mine, and it's just like, oh my god.
Well, that's pretty much all we have for an episode. Got anything else to add?
Not
Future stuff?
Future stuff?
What do we mean for future stuff?
Well, what are our next couple things we're looking at here? We're not doing an episode for this.
We're not doing an episode
Not
for
nerdy.
Fast. Okay. What episode is this?
Guardians?
No.
I think he's
What
going number.
What
He's trying to
episode
pull-
number is this?
He's trying to play numbers.
Oh, 10.
It's not a fun play on word?
No.
No?
He's like,
Because this would be episode 11.
I don't count Hobbs!
I believe next would be Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse is next. Probably do something for Transformers.
Oh yeah, we could make a list. We could make.
And then we got Flash at the end of that
Do
one.
specials?
One special.
What'd you say after that?
One special.
What'd you say? You said Spider-Man, maybe an episode for.
Transformers would be a special.
That what you
and
said.
then Flash is after that.
Oh boy.
The
3
Flash
movies
is we're gonna use Flash to end it all.
Podcast, maybe.
Oh my. They're like, no.
You made sure your doors are locked, right? We're not going to have Ezra breaking and entering.
Oh my
He
god!
already would.
What do you mean? Apparently, this movie's gonna make us forget about everything he's done.
It's definitely not going to happen.
Nope.
Well, I don't. I believe we just established the list for a Spider-Man would just be top 10 Marvel characters since we've not done top 10 Marvel. We've done Star Wars, DC. We might as well just get Marvel out of the way.
We need to come up with something for Flash, but we probably won't do anything for Transformers.
Yeah, we probably what like you mean a list? We just do like a
Flash, top DC storylines?
Matt would have trouble.
No?
Matt's told me he'd have trouble with that because he didn't read comics like
Yeah.
that, so I don't suggest those as much.
DC movies? No, because we don't even have enough DC movies to do that unless you're counting animated.
Or unless you're going to go all the way back to Michael Keaton Batman, because it's in the...
No, it's not. just as a callback.
I mean, yeah, that one would have to be because we already
Just
did-
as a callback, so you can be a dick again. My number 2 on this first list. We did.
Oh yeah. Favorite movie franchises? No comic book franchises. Batman. Me and Matt. What? No, Matt was like.
I work with a bunch of idiots.
Not that I haven't admitted to it. At least I have somewhat of a good
Oh my god.
reasoning behind it.
Oh my god. Well, I guess that's it for this episode. We will keep everyone posted on the Facebook and all that stuff about upcoming plans and episode schedules, all that stuff. But yes,
Valian will definitely keep you updated. He loves to
I love the
speak
post.
with you all.
So I will. Next will be Spider-Man, and as always, ever in the Milwaukee metro area, check out Badger Collectibles to get pops. I would say it at the end of every episode. I don't care. Okay, Valiant signing off. Everyone, have a good night.
Have a great night, all.
Yep.
I'm surprised you didn't say yup.
No, that was yesterday.
Oh, all right.